Round one, fight!
What's up, guys? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode number 144. We're doing Best Movies of 2011 Ladder Series Part 2, which I just realized that I have the stream name Part 1, but I'll change that. If you watch, just watch the name of the stream if you're tuning in, and you'll see it randomly change. But if you're watching live, that trick only works live. But yeah. We already did part 1 on Monday, so we got to a winner for Monday's episode, so go check that out. And then we got a Sweet 16, we got our first half of our championship that'll be on Friday, and then we have part 2 tonight. And I was just going to bring up really quick, I know I had it here. Yeah, so the ladder series means, for anyone who still doesn't know what that means, it just means that the Elite 8 that got voted in from our best of 2012 moves down the ladder to face the movies of 2011. So you may see some movies pop up from other years, but that's why. So I'll just tell you which one are actually going to be in this episode tonight. So tonight you will see The Wolf of Wall Street, American Reunion, X-Men Days of Future Past, Skyfall, and The Master. So those will be there, but then we had a few on Monday's episode that was Cabin in the Woods, 21 Jump Street, and Safety Not Guaranteed. So those will all be here. And yeah, but we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. So we'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. What's up, Austin?
I'm back. Had a long week of work, but I'm back.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I told Jordan I ended up, everything caught up with me on Monday. That's why I kind of asked for off. I ended up sleeping like 13 hours that night. Like I was just dead tired. So appreciate that. But I'm back tonight, and
totally
for this one and the championship on Friday. So
yeah, and don't mind me. I'll be eating my at dinner because I've had to as always rush around. I got some chicken tikka masala and some salad, which, if you know me, that's really rare for me. I don't eat much salad. I'm not a vegetable guy, but you got to get your greens in sometimes. So yeah. But we also have joining us. We have Malcolm Lay. What's up, Malcolm?
It's going pretty good. Just ready to do this. And there should be some heavy hitters in this one because there's a lot of like smaller movies in the other one. So
yeah. I always like to throw people off from other countries and say what's up, and then people are like, oh, it's going pretty good, because like the normal American response is like nothing much is like what people say, but that's just kind of like a thing we say, but going pretty good works. Like that's basically the gist of it. But we also have joining us, we got the Wolfman.
Oh, what is up, guys? Very happy to be here. 2011 was a very interesting film year for sure. Like, yeah, I don't know if I'd call it like a great film year. It was very interesting though.
Yeah,
like, very, very interesting. And
it's like the good stuff was good and the shit was shit.
yeah. That's like that's pretty much what it seemed to be with 2011. And I caught up on 3 movies for this, so
nice.
Very excited.
We did one better than me. I watched 2 and then didn't have quite enough time, but there's still a championship. So if some of the ones that I haven't seen make it, I'll watch them for that. But and then this will be our panel for now, but we'll have 2 more people jumping in randomly here soon, so we'll watch for that. But
it was also like a super, just like it was pouring rain today. It was like a rainy day, so it gave me an excuse to just like sit inside and watch some of these movies. I was like, okay,
it's even more of an excuse. Yeah. Yeah, we've been having tons of rain here, but except for this week, this is our one. We haven't had sun for a while. It's been weird, but yeah, Austin, you want to break it down and let anyone who might be tuning in know how it's going to work?
So yeah, the yearly ladder series part 1 was on Monday night. So how that works is we took the Sweet 16 instead of the Elite 8 from that episode, which I'm sure Malcolm jotted down for our Friday our Friday championship episode. And so yeah, the Sweet 16 moved on to Friday's championship episode, which will be a half bracket of 32, and we'll see which Sweet 16 from tonight's episode will join them on that 32 half bracket championship episode. But pretty much after the Sweet 16, there's no polls for the individual, part 1 and 2 until we get to the championship. So after that, it's kind of anything goes. Just see which one wins. Drive won the other night for 2011 for part 1, so that's a pretty solid move to win that one. And
Spoiler alert.
We'll see
That's
which
all
one
good.
takes it tonight, and then which ones, like I said, move on to the championship. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah,
and if you're tuning in live, put all your thoughts in the comment section. We'll throw them up on screen. We'll give you a shout out. If you're watching on the replay, I always respond to all the comments, so you can comment down below because we'd love to hear what you think of these movies and which ones should be at moving on, which one should be whatever given movie, because it's all random. So we'll have these random matchups you'll see. So yeah. But we'll jump into it. So I'll bring up the bracket
for us on these.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm feeling the longer intro. Sometimes I just go short, like today.
Moto surf! Moto surf! Moto surf!
There you go.
And like I said, when we finally get to 1993, which would be like 8 years from now, we'll finally be able to vote on Surf Ninjas as a 1993.
Right? Yeah. We'll finally get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So first of all, we got the Art of Getting By and Horrible Bosses. So for now, we'll start at the bottom and kind of rotate the order as we work our way through it. So Wolfman, you'll be up first to start us off.
Yeah, I didn't get to see The Art of Getting By. That's one of the ones I was not able to get to before this video, unfortunately. But I have seen Horrible Bosses. And yeah, I mean, the movie is fun. It's a fun comedy. Charlie Day is great in it. Jason Bateman, like everyone's great in it. So for me personally, I mean, I don't think Horrible Bosses is horrible. I think it's a fun time. So Horrible Bosses.
All right.
Yeah. Malcolm, who are you gonna vote for?
Yeah, I mean, I did watch The Art of Getting By for this. It's
Nice.
It's a romantic comedy drama movie. You've got Freddie Highmore and Emma Robertson in it. They're probably the only ones known people that are in this, but you've also got Rita Wilson that make first appearances. But it's basically the story about this kid who has a nihilistic view of the world, which is why he doesn't skip school quite often and all that. But then he meets this girl and just starts sort of building up friendship and all that. It's a really sweet story in there. And yeah, I mean, I do enjoy Horrible Bosses, but I really enjoyed The Art of Getting By, so I'm going to go The Art of Getting By here.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I have not seen The Art of Getting By. These yearly ones, I kind of just like to go in blind and just see how many movies I saw from that year, over time or during that year. Usually I've seen most of them. But yeah, Horrible Boss is great. I think it's an excellent movie. Man, you forget that Colin Farrell's in this movie. So recognizable as the cokehead, greasy, boss. He's great. Jennifer Aniston is super smoking hot and sexy in this movie with dark hair, for sure. And and I'm a big Charlie Day fan. So yeah, I'll go Horrible Bosses.
Yeah. So I also haven't seen the Art of Getting By, but I'm a big fan of the cast. I really like Freddie Highmore. He's really great in The Good Doctor. He's probably the best part of that show. And then
y'all remember the Spiderwick Chronicles?
Yeah.
I love that movie. I like that movie a lot, actually.
I do too. That movie's fun. I just was that movie just automatically went back to my head because I haven't seen that movie in so long.
That movie was a blind spot for me. I haven't seen it, but
it's good. It's really good.
Yeah. And then the little kind of lesser known actors, his name's Michael Angarino. I think I probably totally butchered that, but recognize him from a different movie that's going to pop up here that I actually watched for the first time, which I'll bring it up when it pops up. It's one of those character actors. You're like, oh yeah, that guy, like one of those faces that you know him when you see him. You just don't always know the name. So yeah, but yeah, Horrible Bosses though, like that movie is like one of my favorite comedies. That movie is really solid. Like if it's on my 128, it's like pretty close to it because yeah, like especially this first one I really like, especially Jamie Foxx playing Motherfucker Jones in it, and like that's just so good. And like shout out to Jamie Foxx. I don't know if he how much he's still dealing with a medical condition. Like he was like supposedly like blind in one eye and like partially paralyzed, but I don't know how much of that is actually true or like what's going on. So hopefully he's doing all right because we need him in some more movies because he's great. And yeah, I love the lineup of the three, like even the three guys trying to kill their boss with Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis. I love them all when they do a comedy. I love them when they do dramatic stuff, except Charlie Day. Like he just needs to stick to comedy. He's great at comedy, not so good at like other stuff. But except for like I did like him in, I think it was like Hotel Artemis. Like he wasn't too bad in that one, I guess. But yeah, I'll vote Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, Horrible Bosses.
Yeah,
and we'll go on to the next match.
The Thing 2011 up against Thor.
Okay.
And before we do this one, we have our fifth person here. What's up, Steven?
Well, actually, if you just switch Wolfman and Steven, we can start with Steven if you want.
Yeah, we could do that.
Last time, so just
there you go.
We'll go with
so you came just in time for a banging match of the 2011 Thing versus Thor
in the 2011 Thing prequel. All right, Steven.
I mean, the Thing actually wasn't that bad. It was all right. And it's not as good as the 82 John Carpenter version, obviously, but it's all right. But I'll still go with Thor.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I did watch the 2011 Thing for specifically for this. I actually really, I just like Seven. I actually really enjoyed this. I think Mary Elizabeth Winstead is good in it. And yeah, I mean, and funnily enough, I think it sets out the original actually pretty well in a way. But that being said, I'm a big fan of Chris Hemsworth for it, and I think the first Thor is great. So I'm still going to go for that over the Thing.
Yeah, and we have our sixth person. We have a Casablanca kid in the house. What's up, Chris? What's going on?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, sorry about the hang up.
It's all good. No worries, man. We're just getting around the panel. It'll be Austin's turn to talk about this, but we'll let you chime in on this matchup in a minute. So yeah.
I don't know why I can't really hear you guys.
If you're not hearing us, you may have to drop in and drop out. I'll text it to him. But you can go ahead, Austin.
I saw before like it was clear. I know on my phone. Yeah. But how far along are we on the voting? I don't want to just jump in the middle, obviously.
No,
we literally like just started.
Yeah. So
okay, cool.
It'll be Austin right now. We'll come back around to you.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Yeah. The Thing. Yeah, that movie's not bad. The problem is all the behind the scenes stuff where they switched out the practical effects they had originally done for that movie, and the studio mandated a bunch of garbage CGI on it when it could have been a great practical effects modern movie and a good prequel. So it kind of takes the movie down a couple of notches. But yeah, I like the original Thor a lot. I like what he does in the movie. I like the fish out of water stuff, and Anthony Hopkins is great. So I'm gonna go Thor as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Well, actually, I haven't seen The Thing, so I can't really say too much on it. I did my little thing where I take all my blind spots from the year and average out the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and the audience score, and it came to a 38%, which is higher than I thought it was going to be. So I mean, still pretty low, but yeah, Thor's great though. yeah, Chris Hemsworth is great. It's a great introduction to that character back when it's directed by Kenneth Branagh and like a little more Shakespearean vibe to it, and like when he like drinking from the big mug or like the stein, and he's like, bring me another, and he slams it down, and he's looking for a horse to ride and like all this stuff. So and then also like you're introducing all these characters, so like Loki's always been one of my favorite characters also. So yeah, I'll vote for Thor. Yeah.
All right, well.
And Chris is trying to fix his audio issue, but I think it's going to be Thor anyways. Probably just.
Do you want me?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to still go right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I got you, Wolf. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But no, the Thing, as everyone knows, the original, well, not the original Thing, the 1982 remake of The Thing is my number one all-time favorite horror movie. I think that movie is pretty much perfection. It is brilliant. And so I don't have a good relationship with this movie of The Thing from 2011. I need to rewatch it. I've been literally meaning to rewatch it because like people have been telling me, like, they're saying, dude, it's not bad. It's just the CGI is bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're like, so I need to go back to it again because like I just had, it's almost like whenever I watched Let Me In, because I was such a big stan of Let the Right One In, that I'm like, went in already like, oh, I'm going to hate this movie already because it's a remake of Let the Right One In. No, and I've had that kind of mindset. I need to like rewatch The Thing again because I had that kind of mindset. But from what I remember, I thought it was just kind of forgettable. I remember Mary Elizabeth Winstead being great, but that's like all I really remember. And then Thor, I thought this film is actually a very underrated MCU movie. Before they made Thor, like he had funny moments before they made him an entire joke. Now, like they've done in the MCU, they made a very interesting story about like about family, about relationship, about power, and about all this interesting stuff. And it's just it was very, very well done. So for me personally, I'll go with Thor.
Yeah, and this thing movie, is this the one where they find like some kind of pyramid in like Antarctica under the snow? Like, is that it, or am I thinking of a different movie?
I mean, they just find a spaceship.
If I remember
I know the
correctly,
pyramid. You're thinking of Alien versus Predator.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a whole different movie.
Yeah, right.
But
I wasn't sure. I don't think I've seen
Austin,
it.
I haven't seen it in so long, but don't they pull and this movie will be on this bracket too, but don't they pull the Final Destination 5 thing where it's like you don't know it's a prequel until a certain time or something?
I feel like they advertised it was a prequel.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they advertised it was at the other base that they went to in the 82 movie and saw the devastation of it or whatever. Like, I feel like they advertised that beforehand. But
Yeah.
Maybe if you
when they call them the same damn thing, stop doing that. It's really stupid.
Maybe if you didn't see the trailers, any of those, and you just went in and saw it, maybe you wouldn't know.
So now this movie is what we can blame for Scream 2022 just being Scream, or Halloween
and Candyman,
or Halloween 2018 just being Halloween.
Yeah.
When they could have just called it Before the Thing.
Yeah. Or Friday the 13th. They got one of those.
So Thor's moving on.
Yeah, Thor.
Well, Friday the 13th makes sense because that's a legit remake. But
yeah, if it's a remake, but if it's just a sequel or prequel, stop calling it the same damn thing. That's true. Stupid. Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Tower Heist. Okay, this might be a little lopsided.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tower Heist, but I actually really do enjoy the Planet of the Apes movies. I can't wait to see what Jordan says about this because I think I know what to say. But yeah, it's monkeys doing human things, and that makes Rise of the Planet of the Apes great. So Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, Tower Heist is a very bland comedy. Eddie Murphy's trying, but it's not great. That was when we were trying to make Gabri Sidibe a thing, and that didn't happen. So I'm kind of glad about that. Just sorry.
Yeah.
You're not a movie star. You're just not. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, though, is great. I remember being really into that movie when I saw it in the theater, and knowing that it was going to be kind of the start of a new one. I was hoping it was going to be good and make money and kind of start, a franchise, and it kind of did. And Andy Serkis is great in that movie. So I'll give it to Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Yeah, they even have Gabrielle Sidibe like on that new like reality prank show I was talking about, where like people come and try to pitch their prank ideas and see if like Johnny Knoxville and her, and then Eric Andre, like she kind of feels way out of place with those guys, but and actually, I'm not a big Tower Heist fan, so, and I'm also not a big like a fan of giving monkeys human traits. Like, if you know me, I'm just kind of like who cares about that? Just put in humans. But like, I mean, I understand it's supposed to be apes evolved or something. But if I were to pick one that I like, I actually like the first one the best, because the apes don't have quite as much human traits. They're just really like at the beginning stages of trying to like see what's going to happen with some kind of virus outbreak. I don't know what like gives them their traits, but yeah, and back when James Franco was still likable, and so I'll go with Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah,
Nice.
The Wolf.
So Tower Heist, I watched it like once, I think with my dad or something, and it was just, I did not like it. It's just not good, in my opinion. But Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it is the weakest of the trilogy, I think, in my opinion. But it's still very good. Like,
that's like saying Rise is gold, the other ones are like diamond and platinum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still a really good movie.
It's like, you have a great trilogy when it's like, you get that kind of buzz about it. It's still an incredible movie. And James Franco, John Lithgow was great in this movie too. Like, as someone dealing with like dementia, he really like made you feel for him and care for him. Andy Serkis, I will never forgive the Academy for not creating a category of best animated / mocap performance, because I know there's no way in hell, for some stupid reason, they'd ever nominate Andy Serkis for these movies. But they should have nominated Andy Serkis for these movies by making a category for it, because like he is so good in every single one of these Apes films. And so for me, I absolutely love Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Don't love Tower Heist, so I'll go Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, and Chris is going to be like the guy tonight that whenever someone has audio issue, they can't hear you, just going to watch the inside of their ear.
Right. I'm sorry, guys.
We're gonna look at his inner ear canal tonight, and we're gonna do a live run through.
I mean, Tower Heist is fun, but Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I think, is a great movie. So I got to go with that one.
Yeah.
That would definitely surprise me, and I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, let me do that. So we're actually going in the right order. But Steven, what do you say?
I'll probably go with everyone with Rise, although I don't love it as much as Dawn. Although I never actually saw War and still need to see that.
War is actually my favorite one of the trilogy. It
looks great, and it's got Woody Harrelson in it, and I love Woody Harrelson, but I haven't seen it yet. But Dawn is just like, Rise is solid, but Dawn is just like on a is just better in every way. I didn't think Tower Heist is bad. I kind of enjoyed it actually, but I'll still go with Rise.
Yeah, and also why I'm not a big Dawn of the Planet of the Apes fan, because of the Jason Clarke of it all in that one. So,
but it's also,
and of course, I'm one of those weirdos that actually likes Jason Clarke.
But it's also got Gary Oldman.
So do you not like First Man? Because I think that's one of the best Damien Chazelle movies, and that has Jason Clarke in it.
I like First Man. That movie's actually good. Yeah, and like I think, Chris, that I'm just one of those weirdos that doesn't like Jason Clarke. I think most people like him, but like I just don't.
But my week was married.
I don't know what it is about Jason Clarke, but I love him like in everything I've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm up first. Yeah, I haven't seen My Week with Marilyn just yet. Yeah, oddly enough, that we had one in 2011 and that recent one. What's her name? But yeah, The Adjustment Bureau is not bad. It's an okay little kind of sort of pseudo sci-fi movie. I saw it in the theater. Liked it for what it was. I've never seen it since, but it's all right. So I'll go Adjustment Bureau. Jordan?
Yeah, and I also haven't seen My Week with Marilyn, but my average score of the two from Rotten Tomatoes has it at 77%, so that's pretty high. So I just I wasn't sure if it's going to be a Jordan type movie. I just wasn't sure, so I kind of didn't rush out to see it. But The Adjustment Bureau I think is great. Like I really like it. I like the just Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. That they like me on like a bus or something like that, and then they meet actually like in a bathroom somewhere, I think, or like at some kind of function and like make out in the bathroom. But then they reconnect on a bus a second time. But then they they really root for him. You really want them to be together. But there's this bureau, the Adjustment Bureau, that thinks everything in the universe is supposed to go a certain way, and they can't have these two getting together. So they're like putting a stop to it, and they're like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I think it's pretty interesting and fun. I think Anthony Mackie shows up in it. So yeah, I'll go with The Adjustment Bureau. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, I watched The Adjustment Bureau once, like from like a Redbox machine or something like that. Like the year it came out, like a long time ago. Which, by the way, I'm still enjoying it while it lasts. I've been actually watching a lot of Redbox movies recently. I've just when I'm at Kroger, I like rent them from the kiosk and stuff because I'm like, you know what, I want to enjoy it while it lasts. I know it's going away soon, but like,
yeah,
I want to enjoy it while it lasts. And so
like the last way to run a movie, just about. So
oh yeah, pretty much. So I've been enjoying that, but I sort of kind of lied. Okay, so I watched 3.5 movies for this because I didn't get to finish My Week with Marilyn. But I watched like half of it, and I can tell you so far, it's way better than Blonde. If you want to see like an actual Marilyn Monroe like movie, then go see this movie instead of Blonde because this movie is so much better. And I do think you would actually like it. I don't think you'd love it.
Yeah.
But I think you would like it. I think that it would be like, yeah, I enjoyed that. You know, it would be that kind of thing, which is still good, but
I like Marilyn Monroe as an actress, so yeah, so I'd probably like it.
Yeah, and Michelle Williams is excellent. She plays Marilyn Monroe. If I remember correctly, she was nominated for an award, whether it was an Oscar.
It was Oscar.
It was an Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, she was nominated for an Oscar for this movie, and it was very well deserved. She was fantastic. So, for me personally, because I know I've seen it for sure. I remember renting it from Redbox. I just don't remember The Adjustment Bureau that much. So it's like I need to rewatch it again because it's been so long. I'm going to give it to My Week in Maryland because at least that's fresh in my head.
Yeah, sounds good. Steven, are you there?
Or Chris?
Oh yeah, that's right. Chris first. Sorry, that's my bad. Chris.
I was going to say, hey. So as far as between the two movies, I actually dug A Weekend with Marilyn. I think that's actually a good movie. But Adjustment Bureau definitely gets my vote. That movie definitely surprised me. And it's based on a short story by the same writer that did Minority Report and tons of other amazing science fiction stuff.
Totally
So I think that movie's incredible. I think it has awesome chemistry. It's one of those movies I always tell people they need to check out.
Nice. Yeah. I think it's solid. So cool. Now, Steven, what would you say?
I wanted to love The Adjustment Bureau. I liked it, but I didn't quite love it. I saw My Week in Maryland when it was in theaters. Haven't seen it since. Wasn't a fan. I just think she's so unprofessional in this movie, and this movie kind of feels. Maybe it's partially because I never really saw the big deal about Marilyn Monroe myself, but I don't think this movie really, I don't think this movie did an effective job of capturing what was so special about her. So I'll go with the good but not great, the Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the Adjustment Bureau.
Malcolm?
Oh, you didn't vote yet? For some reason, I thought you already voted.
You're just forgetting everyone today, Jordan.
Yeah, like I could have sworn that you already voted.
I got this, Jordan. Malcolm?
I guess you haven't voted yet. I thought that we were on like the third matchup here.
No, but we are dragging a little bit. We're half an hour in, only 4 things, so we probably need to pick up the pace just a tad. So I will say that. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be quick. I haven't seen My Week from Maryland. It sounds interesting. I mean, it's specifically like about the filming of the movie The Prince and the Showgirl, which maybe I should have watched it for when we did Rankin the other day, but I didn't. But I have seen the Adjustment Bureau. It's fine. I'm going to vote the Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
One for adjustment.
Sounds good.
Nice.
All right. Got
So I
the
think
eyes on
Chris. I think Chris tried to go audio only, but did it wrong. I don't know.
You know,
we'll see if it comes back.
I can't look at his ear canal the whole night. I'll just gonna be honest. That weirds me out. All right,
That's all good.
Jordan, you're up for the Ides of March and Captain America.
Oh man, so I actually watched most of the Ides of March. I only got through about 3/4 of it. I didn't quite have enough time, but what I saw was really good, and I always forget how good Philip Seymour Hoffman is too. Like even as he's like a side character, like he's really, really good. Like I wish he was in it more, but because he kind of played like a good, like almost like an asshole, a guy that's kind of back and forth with some of these characters, but yeah, Captain America, and that's the First Avenger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like I like all the Captain America movies. It really doesn't matter which one. I think they're all good. I mean, I think this one is very underrated. Like I like seeing his origin story. I like seeing him kind of like doing some early things with like Bucky and with Sharon Carter and then you got Tommy Lee Jones popping up and yeah, it's a fun time. So I'm gonna go with Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So
Captain America: First Avenger.
Sorry, First Avenger. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wolf, what do you think? Yeah,
so back when I either got Dollar Tree or FYE or something like that for like a super, super cheap price, but I picked up this Blu-ray of the Ides of March. I almost said Adjustment Bureau. The Ides of March a long time ago, and I never actually watched it. So last night I was like, you know what? I own the Blu-ray and this is on the bracket, so why not? I finally watch it, and so I popped it in, watched it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought this film was fantastic. Performances were fantastic, and yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman is like a top 5 favorite actor for me. He kills it in every single thing he's in, and it's ironic because last night I reviewed Mission Impossible 3 and watched Mission Impossible 3 last night with Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then I forgot he was even in this, and so I pop it in and I see Philip Seymour Hoffman on there. I was like, oh wow, I just did a Philip Seymour Hoffman double feature without me even realizing it. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, Captain America: The First Avenger is to me the most underrated MCU movie. I think this film is fantastic. It's emotional. It's just like epic. Hugo Weaving is excellent as Red Skull, and the relationship between Captain America and Sharon Carter, right? Or is it Peggy Carter, right? In this one?
Yeah,
Peggy Carter, yeah. The relationship between them.
I think I said Sharon too. So
it's fantastic, yeah. So they're both Carters, the same difference. Yeah. but no, it's a great movie. So for me, while I love the Ides of March, I'll probably have to go First Avenger here.
Yeah, and Chris had to step away for a quick look.
Captain America. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's going with Captain America. So Steven.
I like Captain America: The First Avenger a lot. especially how it sets up everything for the Avengers at the end. Still never really understood how crashing into the water doesn't just kill him instead of making him frozen. But
yeah, who knows?
But I'm going to go with the Ides of March because I think Captain America's First Avenger is really good, but the Ides of March was excellent.
Yeah. But I think it's still going to be Captain.
Malcolm? and me.
And you, sorry. Man,
Jordan, you are,
are we like dragging this out or something? Because it feels like we've been talking about this match forever. Oh. Like seriously.
I think your
Malcolm?
brain drained from the plasma, so I got you.
Maybe. I don't know, but yeah. Malcolm.
And I mean, you can't lose me because I've got the bracket with me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah,
First three votes only count tonight. Right?
I mean, if we want to go like super speed mode the rest of the night and bang this thing out in an hour, I'm not opposed to it. But that's up to you.
I'll let you guys talk. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah. But anyway, like I do like the Ides of March. Like I watched it for this, but Captain America: The First Avenger is really good, and it's probably my favorite out of the Captain America trilogy. If I'm being honest, I actually like it a little bit more than Winter Soldier personally, but yes, I'm gonna go First Avenger.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, and I saw Ides of March in the theaters. I liked it. I haven't seen it since then, but I think I've seen it at the Dollar Tree, like Wolfman somewhere. I should pick up that Blu-ray at some point. Probably worth it. But yeah, Captain America is great. Really great, underrated MCU movie. I love all that stuff with the military. So I'll go Captain America as well.
And somebody pointed out.
That movie's worth more than $1. Come on.
And also
I've seen it there just like him, man. So
and it's on Blu-ray. It's like
Steven, sometimes they just make a lot of copies, and we just got to get rid of them. You know what I mean?
But I will say the cast is also stacked. Like we didn't talk about Ryan Gosling, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Marissa Tomei, Jeffrey Wright, and Evan Rachel Wood. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, somebody pointed out yesterday that I think it was Steven that like Ryan Gosling had a really good 2011 because he had the Ides of March, and he had Crazy Stupid Love, and then he also had Drive. Like in 1 year.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one.
Damn randomizer.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Gun Preacher and
I know.
Code. Wolf.
I have not seen Machine Gun Preacher, but I know Gerard Butler can be very hit or miss. So I don't know if this is one of his good ones or not.
I think it is.
But I do remember seeing Source Code, but I haven't seen it since the theaters. Like that was the last time I watched Source Code. I remember really liking it, but I haven't seen it since the theaters, so I need to see it again. But yeah, because I've seen it and I enjoy it, I'll go Source Code.
Yeah. Steven.
Machine Gun Preacher, in my opinion, is Gerard Butler's best movie.
Oh.
I mean, I do like Olympus Has Fallen a lot.
I'm sorry, but I think according to Malcolm, movie 43 is Gerard Butler's best movie, and I might agree.
Right.
Steven's face over the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. He won a battleground match.
I was frozen. I froze for a second. So.
Hey.
No, but that was a perfect face for that response.
Yeah.
like movie 43, like Gerard Butler movie, and then you were like,
I actually haven't seen movie 43. I can't respond to that.
Yeah.
But
so yeah.
But as much as I love Machine Gun Preacher, Source Code is in my top 5 of 2011. I love Source Code. I gotta go with Source Code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you have Scott Bakula making a voice cameo, and he says his famous Quantum Leap line. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, he does. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been going back to watch like classic episodes of Quantum Leap. I've never seen it, so yeah, I've seen about 2 seasons. So yeah, it's pretty good. But Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Machine Gun Preacher. I did watch Source Code for this though, and yeah, it's a really good time loop movie, and I think it's done really well, so I'm gonna go Source Code.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get around to Machine Gun Preacher too. I think I've seen that DVD at the Dollar Tree.
That would
Yeah.
surprise me.
Floating,
Even though it's
around. Yeah, not on Blu-ray, but I've seen the DVD floating around Dollar Tree for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm meaning around to it. But yeah, I think Source Code is really good. Yeah, Duncan Jones can sometimes be a really good filmmaker when he's not making Warcraft. I'll go with Source Code.
Yeah. I haven't seen Machine Gun and the Preacher either. Surprise, surprise. It's like when I look at it, like it just looks very generic, and like Gerard Butler does a lot of very generic kind of action movies. But if you say it's good, then like I'll definitely check it out because I do like Gerard Butler. I just wish he would pick some better projects sometimes. But yeah, the Source Code, Duncan Jones, he's very hit and miss, but he hasn't done a lot of movies. I mean, the only ones I know that I didn't think were that good were Warcraft and Mute, but the rest of them, the other two were good.
I was gonna say like he's only done like 4 movies.
Yeah, because Moon's excellent and Source Code's really good. Yeah, I think that's a great time and a cool little kind of like sort of time travel ish, like time travel adjacent sort of movie, and I think it's fun. So I'll vote Source Code.
I think.
Chris, any quick vote?
Oh yeah.
So as far as the 2 movies go, I've never seen a Machine Gun Preacher, although I really do like Gerard Butler, even in movies like The Plane, which actually that one surprised me. But between the 2 movies, I would say Source Code is awesome. That is one of those movies that definitely I think because I was kind of sour on him as an actor, but I think that he came out and did an incredible job in that film. So,
yeah.
All right,
sounds good.
And Austin, you know what other Gerard Butler movie I've seen at the Dollar Tree many times? Movie 43.
Where do you think I got my DVD?
And
it's good to know that if I ever lose my DVD, they've got plenty of copies waiting for me.
Like plenty.
I'm not going to lie. The movie poster for Plane looks very similar to Machine Gun Preacher in a way.
Oh wow!
A lot of them are Gerard Butler just kind of posing for the poster in a lot of his movies. So I think London Has Fallen is kind of similar. All right, let's go on down to what we got. All right, Days of Future Past wins, and we'll move on.
Days of Future Past.
Because nobody knows what that is. So,
I've never even heard of Sing Your Song. I don't know what that is.
No, I never heard of it.
All right.
Although I was going to just because I read about it today, it's not like streaming anywhere, and it sounded very interesting when I read about it. So I mean, I might have.
Fantastic. All right, sounds
cool.
Good. All right,
we'll look
cool.
into it.
We'll note it in the log. All right, moving on. Cedar Rapids and Water.
Ooh, I actually like this.
Okay.
This matchup.
Chris, Water for Elephants, Cedar Rapids.
Between the 2 movies, I mean, you know what? I'm going to give it to Water for Elephants. I think it's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Steven.
So I haven't seen Cedar Rapids. I don't think I saw all of Water for Elephants, but I saw enough to that I was interested in it, and eventually I'll finish it. So I'll go with Water for Elephants.
Yeah. Malcolm, what would you say?
I watched Cedar Rapids yesterday. It's a pretty good movie. It's billed as a comedy, but I don't really find it that funny. But Water for Elephants, I think, is a really good movie. And I think Robert Pattinson is really good in it. So I'm going to go Water for Elephants.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I saw Water for Elephants. It's okay. It's not bad. I think Pattinson is good. He's a good actor. Haven't gotten around to Cedar Rapids yet. I'm not a fan of Ed Helms as the star of movies. I think he's a better side character, like supporting actor, like when he's on The Office as a supporting character or in the Hangover movies as a supporting character. As a leading man and like like the Vacation reboot, like he's kind of annoying. So yeah, a little bit of Ed Helms goes a long way. So I'll vote for Water for Elephants.
Yeah, so this matchup's interesting because I think these are two really underrated movies because I'm kind of with you. I don't love Ed Helms in a leading role, but for whatever reason, like Cedar Rapids actually works for me. I actually like him as the lead in this movie, but not a lot of other ones. So yeah, and I think it's really really funny. It's got like also John C. Reilly, Sigourney Weaver, Anne Heche, Ali Shykat. Stephen Root pops up, Kurtwood Smith, but like basically it's kind of like how I felt before I started getting out and like traveling more. It was like Cedar Rapids, Michigan was a small town. It's like the furthest he's ever been, so it feels like this grandiose place for him when he's going for like a business conference or something. But so he's all excited and stuff. But yeah, I think though that I want to give some love to Water for Elephants. I think that it's another one of Robert Pattinson's ones that it's movies that gets overlooked. Like I think he does a really good dramatic performance. He kind of has like a sort of a love story with Reese Witherspoon. They're both working for the circus, and then Christoph Waltz plays a pretty good bad guy, and then you have Hal Holbrook as the narrator, kind of telling his story of like, and then Robert Pattinson plays the young Hal Holbrook. So yeah, and I think it's good. So I'll vote for Water for Elephants. All right. Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, so I've not seen Cedar Rapids. I didn't get a chance to get to that one, but I agree with y'all with Ed Helms. Although whenever I attended that virtual Sundance, I think that was like back in like January of 2021, there was a movie there called Together, and he was like the lead in it. I highly recommend that one. That one's really good. But it's not Ed Helms in the leading role, but other than that, I usually agree with the guys. He's just kind of annoying for me. Water for Elephants. You know what I've noticed is that nowadays people are noticing he's a great actor, and like back when like some other stuff like The Rover and all those other indies were coming out later, but like even when he was filming Twilight, he was still a great actor outside of Twilight. Like Robert Pattinson not only was great in Water for Elephants, but that one like 9/11 movie called like Remember Me or something like that. He was great.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's
about that movie.
Like he's always been good. So like I don't like just Twilight. He literally said he did not care for it. That's why he didn't even put any care for it in whatsoever. So he's always been a good actor, and I thought he was really good in this movie. And yeah, Reese Witherspoon is really good, and this is a very underrated Robert Pattinson movie. So I'll say Water for Elephants.
Yeah,
I actually wasn't really a big fan of Remember Me, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that movie, but I do like Robert Pattinson's performance in it.
Yeah.
But
we can talk about Remember Me when we get to 2010.
Right. Yeah, that'll be in a month. So
and that ending. Whew.
Yeah. But
yeah.
But Chris, what do you say about
Chris
this
went
match?
first. Water for Elephants wins.
Okay, he went first. Cool. That's right.
Hall Pass up against We Bought a Zoo.
Ooh. All right.
So Water for Elephants, and We Bought a Zoo. Sounds like a good double feature. All right.
Yeah, right. It sounds like a weird double feature to me, but
and another.
So Steven.
I thought it was Ed Helms against Jason Sudeikis. I was like,
actually, I think that poster kind of looks like Owen Wilson.
Yeah, it does.
No, I mean I know it is Owen Wilson. I just mean like Jason Sudeikis on posters looks like Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Well, that is Owen Wilson. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Owen Wilson. Stephen.
Okay. I never saw Hall Pass, but it was the most interesting thing about it for me is I'm pretty sure the screenplay was written by the guy who won the first season of Project Greenlight and made Stolen Summer. And I actually liked Stolen Summer. So who knows? Maybe I'll end up liking Hall Pass. I mean, it's from the Farley brothers, right?
I think so, yeah. The Farley brothers, yeah.
And, I love Cameron Crowe, and I thought We Bought a Zoo was great, so I'll go with We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I enjoy Hall Pass a lot. I think I actually think it's a really good comedy. I think Owen Wilson is good, and Owen Wilson has surprisingly really good like chemistry with Jenna Fisher, who plays his wife in the movie. But that being said, I think Three Borders Zoo is a really good story, and yeah, I think it's really good. So I'm going to go Three Borders Zoo.
Yeah, Austin.
I'll also go We Bought a Zoo. It's a decent little movie. I just wanted to mention that Hall Pass co-stars current Superman Tyler Hoechlin or whatever his name is.
Hecklin.
Oh yeah,
Hecklin or whatever his name is.
yeah,
from TV. Yeah. So, but We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah, like I don't think Hall Pass is really any good. Like I remember going to see it with my ex fiance, and there's a scene where they're like in the locker room, they're sitting in like either in like a hot tub or like a steam bath, and then the like some black guy walks up and like his dick is just in Owen Wilson's face, and then he's like
I hate that.
Like, get out of here! You're making me feel intimidated, and like my ex fiance was like really like freaked out, kind of shocked by it. Like what? Like what's that doing there? A black dick or something? She was all like flabbergasted by it or whatever. But because it is kind of like out of left field, but yeah, We Bought a Zoo. It's good. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I remembered like the old kind of like sort of like rundown zoo, and they try and fix it up and stuff. So yeah, it's good. So I'll vote for We Bought a Zoo. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, so I love you, Ross. You know I do. I see that comment there. Hall Pass freaking sucks. This movie's not good.
Hall Pass isn't bad
at all. But yeah, I'll pass on Hall Pass because that movie is not good at all.
Yeah.
But We Bought Zoo, I also got the DVD for like a really cheap price one time. So yeah, it's really good. I think it's a really sweet movie, very tender, very emotional. It was one of my favorite movies that year. It actually helped me when I was in a very dark spot in my life, and so that's why the movie kind of has more of an impact on me, because it kind of helped me through some things that I'm grateful to it for that. But yeah, it's a really good movie, so I'll go We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah. Chris, what do you say here?
Between the two movies, I wanted to like Hall Pass, but I just didn't. I don't know what it was about it. I liked up to a point, and I think the ending just ruined it for me. But as far as the movie, We Bought a Zoo, I was late to that movie. But I really liked it a lot. I think it's a solid story. I think awesome performances, great writing. Yeah, like you kind of said, it's a fun little movie, but it's good.
Yeah, totally.
All right, there we go. Malcolm, put it at 30.
Is We Bought a Zoo? Is that based on a true story? It seems like maybe it is. But
I don't think so.
does anyone know?
It's based on a book called We Bought a Zoo.
Okay.
We Bought a Zoo also stars the late actor Bart the Bear.
Okay. There you go.
Harold and Kumar Christmas and
Happiness and Dilemma.
All right. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Dilemma once. It's fine. It's pretty forgettable, but I've been a really big fan of the Harold and Kumar movies. I think, even though a Harold and Kumar Christmas is probably the weakest out of the trilogy, I think it's just as funny as the other two. So I'm going to go Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Yeah, Austin. What do you think?
I forgot the dilemma existed until you just brought up this poster. Yeah, I immediately forgot about that movie. I think after I saw it. But I love the Harold and Kumar movies. This was my second favorite. I like the fact that it gets back to just them kind of in town on an adventure on one crazy night, not running around the country. It just gets back to like them trying to, do something, accomplish a little mission, getting this Christmas tree. And I even watched it. It came on IFC. I was over my parents' house this past Christmas, and we were watching it, and even they were enjoying it. All the Danny Trejo stuff and everything. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Harold and Kumar. And it's got your boy Jordan Bobby Lee at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shows a little assistant guy running around.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and And like, even though I think a very Harold and Kumar Christmas, it is as the weakest of the three. Like, it's still like fun. There's still like a fun moment. Also, speaking of like dicks in a movie, like there's like the whole thing where it might be Neil Patrick Harris. I can't remember like who it is, but like gets his dick frozen to the pole instead of his tongue, and he's like trying to stretch it out. Like,
it's just Kumar. Kumar gets his dick stuck to the pole.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's
and
it.
And then Wafflebot helps him out by spraying the hot syrup on there and gets it off.
Yeah, the hot syrup. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, the Dilemma. Yeah, that's a movie that I forgot existed also. But I remember seeing it. I think I saw it in theaters actually because I remember that's like something where like one of them sees like the other guy's wife out with like some guy, and then they go to investigate, and the guy ends up being Channing Tatum. And it's the first like one of the first inklings that I kind of saw that like Channing Tatum could do a little bit of comedy. Like he kind of has a little comedy in it, so he's decent. But yeah, it's got to be a very Harold and Kumar Christmas for me. So, Wolf.
Yeah. So, man, this is a dilemma. No, this game is not. It's not, because a very Harold Kumar Christmas is a much better comedy. Kevin James just literally it's like kind of sad when the best Kevin James performance maybe ever is Becky. Like, I rewatched that movie for Wrath of Becky again. I was like, that's maybe his best performance he's given in like any movie ever, because he's not that great of an actor, and I'm not a huge Vince Vaughn guy myself either. But yeah, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. I'll watch it every once in a while around Christmas time, and it's a really fun one. So I'll go with that one.
If you ever want to see good Vince Vaughn, Wolf, go watch 90s Vince Vaughn other than Psycho.
Yeah, and I will say he's been in some great like indie dramas, like the one that was like Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah, that was good.
Wasn't he in Drag to Cross Concrete? I think.
He was in Freaky. Freaky was good.
Yeah. Freaky was good too. Yeah.
Yeah, so he just had this stretch here in the early 2010s where he was just in a lot of bad comedies and stuff, and it's just not good. So
usually the comedy ones, he does the drama better because he's also in what's that, like Andrew Garfield, the war movie, and he plays the drill sergeant.
Hacksaw Ridge, but he's kind of I think he's kind of miscast in that movie. I don't really buy it that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like him, but Chris, what do you say here?
He might be having trouble.
Between the two movies, Dilemma is definitely one of the movies that I did not care for. I wanted to like it, but I just didn't. And I love Harold and Kumar Christmas. I think that movie's hilarious. And I remember seeing it in 3D and being blown away that it 3D. Like, I remember going to like the amusement park.
Yeah, the 3D actually works like pretty well, because they do the whole thing that like Fright Night kind of does, where they slow it down slightly. They give it like a slight slow-mo, and the 3D works.
Yeah, that Fright Night 3D is phenomenal.
Yeah, right. I would agree. But did you vote, Steven?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. What do you think?
I think they're both kind of middle of the road movies. I mean, I'm not really, even though I like the chemistry between John Cho and why is his name escaping me?
Cal Penn?
Cal Penn, yes.
Yeah.
Even though I do think they're a good duo, I never cared much for any of the movies.
Mm.
But there are some funny moments in it, especially with the cocaine, and there was kind of funny. The Dilemma is not Ron Howard's best, but it's not his worst either. I'll take the Dilemma over Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons any day.
Same. I think I would too. I forget that's Ron Howard. Oh.
Yeah.
Had a bad day.
So I'll actually give a slight edge to the Dilemma. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it'll be Harold Kumar.
And Wolf, I like to think that Smile, the horror movie, you know how Cal Penn showed up in that as a doctor?
Oh yeah.
A pseudo spiritual spinoff of Harold and Kumar where he cleaned up his life and actually became a doctor.
Oh yeah, right.
And now is encountering crazy people in hospitals.
He actually went to one of those interviews. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually followed through.
Yeah.
All right, Crazy Stupid Love and Best Picture winner, The Artist.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Best Picture winner from this movie actually even makes it out of the first round. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, from this year.
Me
yeah.
first? Well, I'm not going to vote for it. I'm going to vote for Crazy Stupid Love because I think it's a more entertaining movie. The Artist is fine for like a one-time watch, but Jean Desjardins, they tried to make him a star. I don't think it worked out. And yeah, I think Crazy Stupid Love is, like you said, Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, great chemistry. Emma Stone's great. Yeah, just good cast all around. It's way more fun, way more rewatchable. So I'll go Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. So the Artist, like they get what they were trying to do something unique and go back to like a silent film thing. And for me, it's just not my bag. But I mean, I'd rather go watch just Charlie Chaplin or like one of those guys, Harold Lloyd or something from the silent era. But Crazy Stupid Love though is a lot of fun. And anytime you have Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone together, I think that's always a good call. And yeah, and throwing in Steve Carell and Julianne Moore, like it works. It's actually one of the better rom-coms like in a long time. So I'll go Crazy Stupid Love. Wolf.
Yeah, so maybe I just need to rewatch The Artist again because I've been really expanding my filmography lately, and I've been watching a lot of silent films. I just covered all the Charlie Chaplin films recently, and I've been now starting Buster Keaton and other kind of people like that, and I've been trying to get more into the silent era. But at the time I watched The Artist, it bored me almost to sleep. And yeah, Din Djarin or whatever his name is, they try to make him a star, but like it's still ridiculous he won the Oscar over Brad Pitt for Moneyball. Like that's just to me, Brad Pitt should have won the Oscar that year. But and then Crazy Stupid Love. I love this movie. It's great cast. Very first time we ever saw Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone work together, and they worked together again with La La Land. And it's a great movie, and y'all would
and don't forget the classic Gangster Squad. Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Gangster Squad.
Even before La La Land, how could you forget?
How can
yeah,
you forget it? That movie's seared into your memory, right?
How can you forget it? But no, I love you guys, but y'all have to be crazy and stupid to vote for The Artist.
And also, did you call him the Mandalorian's name? You called him Din Djarin or something.
Did I?
There's the Mandalorian.
But Jean Desjardins, the only thing I think he works in, he's in that Wolf of Wall Street scene where he goes to the Swiss banking, people, and he plays the Swiss banker, and I think he's fine as that, like for a couple of scenes.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. Chris.
Chris.
So between these movies, I definitely do not like The Artist. I don't get the obsession with that movie. And as far as Crazy Stupid Love, I think I'm due for a rewatch. I don't know if maybe there was stuff I was going through in my life at the time, but it just didn't really resonate with me at the time. But between the two movies, because The Artist is painful, I would have to absolutely go with Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds about right. Steven?
I mean, I wouldn't have gone with Brad Pitt personally. I would have gone with Damien Bashir or even Clooney.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, The Artist is one of the very few Best Picture winners from the last 20 years that I haven't seen. So I will go with Crazy Stupid Love since I have seen it.
Yeah.
And it does have a great twist that I didn't see coming.
Oh yeah. I agree. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I love Crazy Stupid Love. I do think it's good, but I'm going to be the weirdo in here. I actually really enjoyed The Artist. It actually made me interested in going to check out more silent movies because I think it was a really interesting story, and I think even John Goodman randomly appearing in the movie, I think it works. So I would have gone The Artist, but Crazy Stupid Love is going to move on. So
yeah, another yearly thing, Malcolm, and another one where the best picture winner doesn't make it out of the first round.
Yeah. Well,
Are you saying that Argo didn't make it out of the first round?
No, I'm saying I'm remembering 12 Years a Slave 2 years ago didn't make it out of the first
Yeah.
round.
Wow. 12 Years a Slave didn't make it through. Wow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was mad about that too.
well, I tried.
Well, I don't know what it was about, what it was up against. So
Something better.
Yeah. Well, I watched the trailer for The Artist, and even that, I fell asleep in. I'm like, I can't say what
Or
the trailer.
was it actually up against something better, or was it actually up against something that's mediocre, but it was still outvoted by a panel that's?
No, I think it was something that was genuinely like more entertaining than we thought. Like something more enjoyable.
There was some chaos in like one of those I remember, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it was up against MCU movie or something, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So.
well, then that would only be there was only one MCU movie in 2012.
It might have been up against like Days of Future Past or something, honestly. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we have
American
Mr. Popper's
Reunion?
Penguin against American Reunion. Yeah.
Which is hanging on from the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan.
All right. Yeah, like I don't really think Mr. Popper's Penguin's very good. I think it's just kind of, I don't know, like mediocre. There's some cute penguins in there, but I don't know, like it doesn't really do anything for me. I think it's kind of bad. But American Reunion is a lot of fun. Like I love seeing this cast back. Like I'll watch this cast just do almost anything. Like they're just entertaining. Like it's fun to see another entry into this one all these years later, seeing with family, seeing Jim have a kid. Jim and I forget what his wife's character name was, but yeah, Michelle, yeah. So yeah, it was a fun time. I mean, it's not the best in the series by any means for me, but it's still good. So yeah, American Reunion. Wolf, what do you say?
I have not seen American Reunion. That's one of the American Pie films I haven't seen. I've only seen like the first. What number is this one? Because I've only seen the
fourth
first
or fifth. I don't
It's
know.
the fourth like official one, and they've made a bunch of spinoffs.
Yeah,
I've only seen like the first three, if I remember correctly. But Mr. Popper's Penguins. I haven't seen it since it came out in theaters, but I remember it being cute and fun for what it was. It was just like a little. Was it a waste? Was it sort of a? It was one of those examples of a fun waste of time, if that makes sense. It was like kind of that kind of thing. So I just
go turn your brain off and watch just cute animals run around.
Yeah. So and Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey and all that stuff. So because of that, I guess I'll give it to Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say here?
So I, of course, love the American Pie movies, but as far as the Mr. Popper's Penguins goes, of course, yes, I know I love penguins, but
yeah,
I think this movie really showcased classic Jim Carrey back in his comedy roots when he wasn't doing those weird ass independent movies.
Whoa!
So that's what I loved about it, and yes, it's cute as hell, and I think it's a lot of fun, and I think that not a people don't really appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
I haven't seen Mr. Popper's Penguins. It just never looked appealing to me, even with Jim Carrey's involvement. So American Reunion, which might actually be my favorite of the theatrically released movies. I've never saw any of the straight to DVD stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, Mr. Popper's Penguins is cute as fun and fun. But you know what else is cute and fun? Jim getting into all sorts of mischief in American Reunion. So I'm going to go American Reunion.
Yep. Austin.
Yeah, penguins are cute, but you know what else is cute, Malcolm? Jim's dad getting with Stifler's mom. That's really cute as well. So, you know what? Yeah, American Union, which might actually, Stephen, also be my favorite out of the series. The more I think about it, I really like American Union a lot. So,
and also, Allison Hannigan, she's pretty cute. Tara Reid, she's pretty cute. I mean, come on. All right. So, yeah.
All right. So, there you go. 4-2 for American Union. Yep.
Yeah, I just think it's just great to see how they've all matured and grown throughout the years. That's one of the reasons why I think I like it so much.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sherlock Holmes, Game
Yeah,
of Shadows, and I am number 4. Wolfman.
Yeah, I remember seeing I'm number 4 again, like at like a red box or like a Netflix DVD type deal, and I remember it just being super, super forgettable. But I own Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, and yeah, this movie is excellent. It's so it's even better maybe than the first one for me personally, because I've watched it more than the first one. I really enjoy it a lot, and I really wish they'd make a third one. Like whatever happened, like I know I heard it was like announced or something, but then it fell off the radar. Like I wish they'd make a third film, because I love these Sherlock Holmes films. So I'm definitely gonna go with that one.
All right. Well, Chris, what do you say here?
So I was kind of the same way on I am number 4. Remember watching it, and I remember kind of being like, it was just all right. But I love the Sherlock Holmes movies, and I think the second one is so much better than the first. And I hate that we got basically a lead up to there being an additional film, and we still haven't gotten a film today. So I really hope that we get another one. But that movie is freaking fantastic.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say? You're muted, I think, or frozen.
He looks pretty. No, he's moved.
Steven?
Okay.
Steven?
I actually really I just wasn't. I didn't know if he finished or not.
Oh, okay.
I think I am number 4 is actually super underrated and a lot of fun. So I'm actually gonna give my vote to that. Although I do love Jared Harris is great as Moriarty.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you say?
I mean, I am number 4 is written by the creators of Smallville, and it's directed by DJ Caruso, who, out of all the movies I've kind of seen done from him, don't think he's done a good movie.
You know, like Disturbia or Eagle Eye?
I like Disturbia and Eagle Eye. I think those are both good movies.
Yeah, same here. I like those. Yeah.
I haven't seen them, so I don't know.
And you can't say he hasn't made a good movie. You haven't seen his 2 good movies.
I said out of the ones I've seen,
It's one of my favorite films.
which is only 2, which is I Am Number 4 and Triple X 3 or whatever.
Okay, Triple X 3 was bad. Yes.
Well, my ex-fiance was obsessed with Disturbia.
Don't worry, when they make Fast Triple X and he crosses over with Xander Cage, it'll bring it all full circle. I'm telling you guys, it's what's going to happen. He's going to act with himself, with his ego.
It'll be the metaverse, not the multiverse.
He's going to be the
metaverse.
2 main characters in the Fast universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I mean, anyway, has like, I Am Number 4 is just super forgettable. I was considering rewatching it for this, but he's like, nah, I don't really want to. I'm going to go Sherlock Holmes: Game of Shadows.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I Am Number 4 is another. Just saw it once and forgot about it like a week later. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. I don't even love those movies, but it's a better movie. So Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, well, I'm number 4. I remember. I think I saw it in theaters, and it was back when they're trying to make Alex Pettyfer a thing for like a year or 2. It didn't last long, but they put in Beastly and like this and like a couple of movies. But and I remember that I liked Timothy Olyphant being kind of like the kind of like sort of hard nosed, like he was like his uncle or something like that. Like, but yeah, he's kind of helping him. But yeah, it's pretty forgettable though. I don't remember the whole premise of what it even is about. But yeah. I really like the Sherlock Holmes movies, and I think this one is the better because it actually has James Moriarty in it. Like, you got to have James Moriarty to have like a proper Sherlock Holmes movie. I feel like, I mean, you can do it without him, but it just feels better to me to have a Moriarty in there, and this one doesn't. And Jared Harris, he's plays a great villain, so I'll go with Sherlock Holmes.
All right, Sherlock Holmes.
And you said they try to make that Alex, whatever his last name is.
The Pettifer.
Also, whatever happened to Teresa Palmer?
I know, yeah, she was supposed to be a thing and never happened. Yeah.
I don't know. Look up and see.
Right.
Sucker Punch and In Time. Speaking of Alex, whatever his name is, because he's in Time as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's like the rich guy or whatever.
Yeah, he's in that movie. It's Jordan's favorite movie, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Chris. Sucker Punch and In Time. Chris there? No?
I'm sorry, we're calling it the Casablanca Kid.
Also, sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
God, between the two movies, I think Sucker Punch is painful. I was kind of excited for it, but that movie was so damn painful. So I guess for that reason, I'll go with In Time, even though I don't think I really loved it. But it's definitely not Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch was a piece of trash.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Steven?
Okay, I'm not a Zack Snyder hater. I've enjoyed several of his movies, but this is like Andrew Niccol or Zack Snyder. I mean, Andrew Niccol I think is definitely better. So I'll go with In Time. Neither are great, but they're okay.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I remember when I was reading up about Sucker Punch just now, it's like when it was in development, Zack Snyder is described as Alice in Wonderland with machine guns.
Wow.
I think it's more like Pan's Labyrinth, really.
I'm just saying how Zack Snyder described it.
Like some kind of weird music video to me.
Sucker Punch is one of the Zack Snyder movies I haven't really got around to actually watching. Sounds interesting, and I do plan on going and check it out at some stage. But I actually really do enjoy In Time. So I'm gonna go In Time.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I don't care for In Time. I thought that was very forgettable. Another one of the 2011 forgettable movies. I don't buy Justin Timberlake as an action hero. Look, I like him in stuff like Social Network, but as action star Justin Timberlake, hell fucking no. I don't buy that at all. No. I don't mind Sucker Punch. I'm a Snyder guy. I think still visually it's very stunning, and I think there's some decent action and stuff in it. And it's at least unique. I feel like we need more movies like this that are unique and kind of original, nowadays. So, you can appreciate it for that. So I'll be the vote for Sucker Punch, even though nobody else will, and you'll put through Justin Timberlake's action opus of In Time. That's fine.
Well, I wouldn't really call it an action movie to me, but I think it's like more of like a thriller or something. But
Sci-fi.
But yeah, like sci-fi almost. Yeah, but when you talk about original ideas for movies, both of these are actually pretty original ideas. So I mean, I think that like what I like about In Time. I mean, I do kind of like Justin Timberlake, sort of. I mean, the thing is, like, he just has charisma. Like, it's not that he has like great acting ability. He's just a charismatic guy. So like it just kind of works a little bit for me. And I think that the In Time's just a really unique concept of like, instead of money, you have a clock that starts when you turn, I think it's either 18 or it's 21, something like that. But like essentially everyone stays the same age. So you're in a world where everyone's the same age. Like you have Olivia Wilde playing Justin Timberlake's mom, but they like look the same age. It's kind of interesting. But like, and then Cillian Murphy's the guy that's like one of the head of the like corporation that he's trying to get to like release all the times, because when your time runs out, you die essentially. And I forgot that it's Matt Bomer as the rich guy. Alex Pettyfer just a guy that kind of helps him along the way, I think. But and then Johnny Galecki shows up. Amanda Seyfried is another star in it. But I have fun with it. But Sucker Punch is like people have like said the thing where if you just turn the volume off. You just mute it and you just watch all the effects. Put on your favorite rock song or your favorite type of music that gets you pumped up, and it's fun. It's like to me, it's like a fun music video. It's got really cool effects because Zack Snyder's good at that. So, but I'll vote In Time. Yeah. Wolf. Yeah.
So this is a tough one for me. Not because either of these movies are good. Here's the thing. I'm a big Zack Snyder stan. You know me. I'm like Zack Snyder DCU. He directed the fantastic adaptation of Watchmen. He directed, so much fantastic movies. I absolutely love. Even the dogs agree. Like Zack Snyder is a fantastic director. But with that said, and maybe I just need to like rewatch it because I've rewatched his films multiple times. And I love every other Zack Snyder film, or like to love every other Zack Snyder film after rewatches more than this one. This is easily his worst one. Maybe if I rewatch it multiple times, then I'll eventually like it. But I think this is easily his worst one. Still visually stunning though. Like Austin said, In Time, I know I saw it. I even like went with like a friend or something in theaters. I don't even know what fucking happened in that movie. Like I know I went to go see it, but it was so forgettable. I can't even tell you a thing that happened in the movie. Like it is that forgettable for me. And so at least I'll say like Sucker Punch isn't forgettable. It's got some pretty visuals to it. So I guess because of that, I'll like if you turn it on mute and watch it, it's a great piece of art. So I'll say Sucker Punch.
One of these days I'd like to do, because I'm like only a person who like really likes In Time. On the Patreon, I'll do like a weird watch along or like explain all the parts that I love. But I'm not gonna submit anyone to that here. But but yeah, maybe on the Patreon or something. But yeah,
In Time. Wins.
Yeah. And Ross is with me. He says In Time is good. So yeah, it's good. Come on.
I think In Time's all right.
Yeah.
All right, Bridesmaids and Arthur Christmas. Steven?
Yeah.
Haven't seen Arthur Christmas. Bridesmaids is actually great. Not big on Melissa McCarthy in the movie though. I didn't like her character, but I'll go with Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I think both of these movies are pretty good. Like After Christmas is a Christmas movie that surprised me in a way. Because I think with how good it was, but you got people like James McAvoy, bunch of other Bill Nighy, I think, there's also tentacles in there somewhere as well.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, pretty much who's British actors playing Santas, essentially.
Yeah, Jim Broadbent. Yeah, all those British guys. Yeah.
But just slightly, I do enjoy Bridesmaids a little bit more, so I'm gonna go Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I've seen Arthur Christmas once. It was all right. Not a bad little watch for the kids or something, but yeah, Bridesmaids is pretty good. Again, it's too long. I think a lot of these Judd Apatow influenced movies are way too long for comedies. Like it's over. Oh man, what is it, like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something? It's way too long. And somebody did take the wrong idea about Melissa McCarthy for this movie. She's fine in the small doses she's in this movie is the, brash, angry, whatever chick. But like somebody took that and was like, hey, wouldn't that be great to watch for like 2 hours straight? No. But
like, and also like Oscar nominated for that. Like, I don't know. That's
get out of here with that. Like, weird. Come on now. What are we doing? It must have been a really weak year, and I think it was. Bridesmaids 2 hours and 5 minutes, and there's an extended cut. It's like 2:20. Ugh, too much. Yeah. But I'll still vote for it over Arthur Christmas, at least this round.
Yeah, and also Bridesmaids. They shoehorn in Ben Falcone as that fucking air marshal. Why do you got to do that, Melissa McCarthy? Get your husband away from your movies. Just enjoy them at home and don't subject us to them. But yeah, I think Arthur Christmas though that's good and it's a lot of fun. I remember like one of the like rare ones where like something happened in the theater. It's only happened a couple of times, but like when the movie cut out and we just sit there and wait for 10 minutes while they like figured out what was wrong with their their projector or like the digital copy or whatever they had. But the movie's fun. But I don't like rave about it like some people do. But and I don't rave about Bridesmaids like a lot of people do. But I think it's fun. Like my favorite part is just the like Kristen Wiig, and I like when like Chris O'Dowd shows up too. I like that part of it, but I'm not. And like Maya Rudolph's okay. I don't know. She's fine in it, but yeah, I'll vote for Bridesmaid, but I'm not high on it like a lot of people. Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not super high on Bridesmaids. I don't think that's his. I don't even think that's Paul Feig's best like movie or comedy. I actually think Spy is even better comedy than Bridesmaids. For me personally, yeah. I really enjoy that movie. I think that's really funny. And I think if I remember correctly, that's shorter too. So, but yeah, it's entirely too long. Arthur Christmas, I watched for the first time this past December, for the holiday season, and it's a delightful movie. It's a delightful little movie. Like it is charming. It is sweet. The actual like themes this movie has going in it is like, I think just everyone could learn from. It's a really great movie for the whole family. I think it's just fantastic. And if I remember correctly, yeah, it's very unfortunate. Like I love and it'll be on here. I love the second Puss in Boots. Wasn't a huge fan of the first one, but like the fact that like Puss in Boots was nominated for best anime feature over Arthur Christmas, like come on, like Arthur Christmas should have been nominated for best anime feature. That film was legitimately one of the best anime movies that year. So yeah, I'll say Arthur Christmas.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think of these two?
So, between the two films, I got to vote with Bridesmaids because I don't know, man. I remember seeing Arthur Christmas forever ago, but Michael, based on your vote, I need to definitely check it out again because, yeah, definitely did not do anything for me the first time. But that was forever ago.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Malcolm, and then
yeah, I think it's on like streaming somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Right.
Happy Feet 2, the other Penguin movie.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity 3.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Malcolm.
Awesome. It's Malcolm. Okay.
Yeah, one of these days I'll sort of get around to watching the paranormal movies. I think I've seen the first one at least. Just haven't got around to seeing the others. But that being said, I'm not the biggest fan of Happy Feet 2. I like the first one a lot. I think the second one was just a disappointment. So because of that, I'm going to go Paranormal Activity 3.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, despite them being directed by George Miller, I've never gotten around to the Happy Feet movies because it looks nothing like Mad Max. I mean, if it was like penguins driving crazy cars across the Arctic and like killing each other,
there you go.
I'd watch it. But yeah, no, Paranormal Activity. I don't love the series overall, but the third one's probably the best one. Like overall, I think the series kind of peaked with this, and then it was like, why are we still going with this? So I'll go Paranormal Activity 3.
Yeah, was Paranormal Activity 3, was that the one that was set in the 90s? Was it that one? I can't remember. But there's one that had
it's like a little bit of a prequel with like the rotating fans, and it's got the two.
Yeah, the rotating fan kind of works, but like the rest of it's kind of it's just like blends in with the rest. So and Happy Feet 2, like it's like surprising they get like these A-list actors to do all the voices: Elijah Wood, Robin Williams, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt. It's like, but Happy Feet is like a perfect, like if you want to show like a little toddler, like a little like baby almost, like their very first movie that they've ever seen. I think Happy Feet is a great one for like super young. That's the first one we ever showed my niece for the first time, and like she was kind of like moving her feet and kind of like wanted to dance like the penguin. So it's good for that, but it's not really for me. So, and Paranormal Activity 3 is barely for me, but a little more. So I'll go Paranormal Activity 3. Yeah, but Wolf.
Yeah, so we've got Tarantino's favorite movie of all time, Happy Feet 2. And then a great found footage horror film. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Happy Feet movies. Now I do want to see Austin's film, penguins driving giant cars on the.
If that's what the Happy Feet movies are about, like car carnage in the Antarctic, like I'm down.
Make it ice road truckers with like carnage.
Yeah, like crazy like penguin like trucks and shit. Like them like throwing snowballs at each other and running each other off into the Arctic Ocean. Like I'm down. I'll watch that.
George Miller, if you're watching this stream and you make that movie, make sure you credit Austin for the idea.
Yeah, there you go.
You got a gold idea there, yeah.
For sure, man. That's so good. But yeah, Paranormal Activity 3, this is a great prequel, just a great found footage movie. Like I like the first one a hair more, but I think I like this one just like right under there. It's just I really love the lore of this franchise, at least for the first three. I love the lore of the first three and just the way it builds it in this film, and the family and the two sisters. It's just it's all really, really well done. And I love the oscillating camera in this movie. It really makes for some fantastic tense moments. So
yeah, like the ghost thing under the sheet there, yeah.
Yeah, and then how it would just go back and or side to side, and you were like, "Oh shit, what's going to be the next frame?" It was like,
right,
so tense because you didn't know what was going to be in the next frame. So yeah, I think Paranormal Activity 3 is fantastic. So I'll say Paranormal Activity 3.
Yeah, my ex-fiance, we had to be there opening weekend for every Paranormal Activity movie. Chris knows her, so yeah, she made.
Oh, so did you get to see Ghost Dimension in 3D?
Oh yeah, we saw it all. So yeah, but Chris, what do you say here?
Well, so between the two movies, I definitely like the Happy Feet movies. I think they're a hell of a lot of fun. Guys, but I'm gonna have to drop off of this because I've been going for a walk while I've been recording this with my friend, and we are currently lost.
You're lost in the woods.
So,
yeah, focus on getting home rather than voting on these, please.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safety
all right, guys. Sorry, guys.
Especially before it gets dark.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
It's about sunset here. I'm in the same time zone as Chris.
Get back to your car before the sun goes down. Chris. All right, Steven.
Pass.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I have no interest in either of these, but I'll go along. It seems like the general consensus is Paranormal Activity 3. Whatever, I'll go with that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen either of these. I don't. I just don't. I'm not.
He's not a fan.
The first Paranormal Activity movie was boring to me.
It is boring. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. The second one is better, but I'm still just not a huge fan of this franchise.
Yeah.
All right, Malcolm. Paranormal Activity moves on. Chris can, while he's trying to, maybe he's stuck in the Blair Witch wolf forest and he's walking circles, Wolfman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
He's he walked in a straight line for like an hour and got back to where he started from.
See, that's found footage. Yeah. That's a found footage horror movie I love. Is the Blair Witch Project.
But see, that shares the same comparison with the first Paranormal Activity because it's like nothing happens, but it's like good that nothing happens.
But it's interesting though, with like the loops and them getting lost.
It's psychologically unnerving.
Yeah. All right, got extremely loud and incredibly close in the big year. Me first. I haven't seen either one of these movies. I'd rather watch The Big Year. I'll just go with that. So
yeah. I have seen The Big Year. I haven't seen Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, but I didn't go see it because one of my best friends, my buddy Mark, went and saw it and said it was one of the worst movies he's ever seen in his life. He was like very annoyed by it. It has Tom Hanks in it, and I think it's something surrounding like 9/11. That's something that like happened like post 9/11 with this kid or something. But The Big Year is fine. It's a good little comedy with Steve Martin, Owen Wilson, and Jack Black. Like they're just going on like this like like bird watching competition to like see how many birds they can spot, which sounds like a really boring premise, like almost like a dumb idea for a movie on paper, if you ask me. But the movie's actually like decent, and I just have a good memory going to see this with my sister, because there's not a lot of things me and my sister do just one-on-one, but for whatever reason, we went to go see The Big Year, just me and her, and because we grew up kind of like not getting along. We get along great now, but like this was kind of like the beginning of like when we really like sort of turned a corner for us. So yeah, I'll go with the Big Year. Wolf, what do you say?
So I think so far, more than any other year on these shows, 2011 is like the year of I need to revisit movies, because like half of the film, more than maybe I don't know.
I think it's the year of forgettable shit that you don't really need to revisit. I think you're good.
because the reason I say that though is because like more than any other year, like I've seen a lot of the movies we're talking about, but I haven't seen them since that year of 2011.
I know, but there's probably a good reason you don't remember anything about them, because there wasn't anything to remember. That's my point.
Yeah, and both of these movies fall in that category. I haven't seen them since 2011, and I honestly kind of forget both of them. Like I was just like thought both of them were forgettable, but I remember not like straight up disliking The Big Year. I was not really a fan of Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close as well. I thought that movie wasn't good from what I remember. But again, if I revisit this, maybe I would switch it entirely. Who knows? But
yeah,
I haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah, sure. Steven, what do you say?
Haven't seen The Big Year. I actually thought Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close is actually pretty powerful. And not you have Tom Hanks's role is pretty small because his character is, I believe, his character is dead before the movie starts because he died in 9/11. And it's but the kid is actually really good, and Sandra Bullock plays his mother, and she's excellent. And so I'm going with Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
I'm hearing that Philadelphia accent in Pennsylvania when you say Sandra Bullock, Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah. But
never knew I had an accent, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an accent, just the way you said it, but Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. It's been one I've actually been wanting to see because it sounds like a really interesting story. But I think The Big Year is a very underrated comedy because it doesn't get talked about a lot, and it's actually really good. Like Jack Black, Steve Martin, and Owen Wilson have actually really good chemistry with each other, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go The Big Year.
Yeah,
right,
Austin.
I already went first. Big Year.
That's right.
All right, so we got J. Oh God, J. Edgar.
Yeah, J. Edgar. Wolf.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, J. Edgar. Like what a forgettable movie. Except for it's memorable because how bad the prosthetics are and the makeup is like just like shockingly bad. Like it's some of the worst I've ever seen. But the Help is actually really really good. Like I actually love the Help. Especially Emma Stone. She's really great, and I'm like spacing on the actress from that movie Ma.
Viola Davis.
Well,
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
I know
Octavia
because
Spencer.
I blanked on it on trivia the other night, and I was kicking myself.
Yeah,
blanking on
like,
it.
I know
They
her,
literally
but-
asked about who's the Ma in Ma, and I was like, God
Really?
damn it! It's the chick, the Spider-Man chick, small fry. I was like, what the hell is her name?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, Viola Davis is in the Help as well.
Yeah.
They're both there.
And she's great too. Like they're both great in this movie. So yeah, it's a really like pretty powerful movie, I think. So I'll go with The Help. Wolf, what do you say?
So for me, I would go with J. Edgar. It's just like another one that's forgettable. But hey, he said the makeup wasn't good, and it did get a Critics' Choice nomination for best makeup. So
Really?
let's not-
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
oh yeah, Critics' Choice Award nomination for best makeup. Let's not forget that. But no, the best
Who are
picture
the critics
nominee,
voting for that? Ooh.
the best picture nominee, The Help, though, is really, really good. It was like one of my favorite movies of that year. And yeah, the whole cast is excellent. Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, Emma Stone. Like everyone is very, very good in it. So I would definitely say that for sure.
Yeah, and for some reason, when I think who are the critics that voted for that, it just reminds me of that Adam Sandler SNL. Who are the ad wizards that came up with this one? Who are the critics that vote for J. Edgar?
I will say Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in J. Edgar though was really good. I will say that.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
Well, we mentioned how Ryan Gosling had a great 2011 already, but Jessica Chastain had a great 2011 as well because she was in the Help,
She's in The Help, too.
Take Shelter, and even though IMDb says it's a 2010 movie, The Debt came out in 2011, and a movie that I know you and Austin don't like, but I love, Tree of Life.
Oh
No.
God.
Oh, one of the
That was
top five
on
movies.
last night's episode, so don't worry, Austin.
Oh God, damn it! Yeah, get that shit out of here. Fuck off.
Spoiler alert: Tree of Life did not make it out of round one.
Good.
No.
Good.
I made sure of
Oh
that.
wait, I thought it made. It won the first round, right? And then it didn't make it out of the second round.
Well, I mean, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
think
didn't make the championship.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Championship.
Good.
Yeah. But
yeah, the most memorable thing about J. Edgar was how bad the makeup was. So I'll go with The Help.
Yeah. But Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, it may have been nominated for best makeup, but it lost best makeup to Deathly Hallows Part 2, which I kind of agree with, but I think there's some better ones that were not also nominated. But I haven't got around to seeing J. Edgar. Step is another one that I've really wanted to see. But I love The Help, so The Help gets my vote.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, no, I'm voting for The Help as well. I remember when I was watching J. Edgar, I was filling in some gaps for a Leo show we were doing, and I was watching something with Leo was doing a monologue, and my roommate just happened to pass by the TV, and the only thing he said was, "Wow, that makeup is really shitty," and then he just walked away. That's the first thing you notice. I was like, even if I'm a passerby, just noticed that's the first thing you notice. It's pretty bad, and the movie's not great either. It's one of Clint Eastwood's, I think, his worst movies. So, yeah, The Help.
Yeah, be The Help. Yeah.
Dreamhouse up against Red State.
God, I remember I saw Dreamhouse. Oh my God.
I remember I saw that too.
Oh, what a terrible movie! Holy shit!
I don't think it's very good. I haven't seen it, but I know it has a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's terrible. It's really bad. Yeah, it's not good. Anyways, Wolfman. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing this again from like Redbox. I rented a lot of movies from Redbox that year. And that was just I remember that was. What happened in the movie? Again, there's so many fucking movies this year that I'm just like, wait, what happened?
I can't remember. Yeah, it's Daniel Craig walking around the house. That's I don't remember.
Daniel Craig and like Rachel Weisz doing something.
Ugh, yeah, just garbage.
I mean, Rachel Weisz is beautiful, so it's got that going for it. But
Naomi Watts is too, I think.
And I mean, and it is a dream house if she's living there, but but it's just, I haven't seen Red State. That's one of the ones I would have watched, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And when Jordan said I had to like watch it on like one of those sites, like sometimes I do that for hard stuff to find, but I already had movies that I could catch up on streaming, so I was like, I'll get to it at some other point. But I do, because I want to see it. And Dreamhouse was just not good. Yep. I will go with Red State.
So. That's great.
Yeah. Steven, what do you say?
The main thing I remember about Dreamhouse was how useless the first act of that movie is, because the trailer gives it away that there's, paranormal stuff going on. So they try to make it look like there's something else going on, but it's not that, because the trailer already gives away that there's like I think What Lies Beneath did that too, I think. But What Lies Beneath is a better movie. I don't hate Dreamhouse, but it's definitely a mediocre, forgettable movie. Whatever. I'll go with Red State, even though I haven't seen
it. Sure. Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't got around seeing Dreamhouse. It's definitely been one that's intrigued me enough to want to see it.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
I'm still going to watch it.
He's saying don't. I'm saying watch it so you can tell me what happened, because I honestly
7%.
don't even, like I can't recommend it to you, and I can't not recommend it to you because I don't remember it. Like I don't have seen it, but it's.
If anyone tells me not to watch a movie, I'm going to watch that movie now, because I hate it when people do reviews.
I'm trying to save you 90 minutes of your life, Malcolm. If you could be put towards something better. God, I'll recommend you a better movie from another year.
I've already wasted plenty in life because I watched Red State. I've actually seen Red State. I'm not a fan of it.
Really?
So just because I'm not a fan of Red State, I'm going to vote Dreamhouse.
Oh my God.
Okay. Austin.
No, Red State's at least memorable, and it's a better movie. It's a better made movie. No, I saw it in the theater, and I bought the DVD when it came out. I'm glad I did, because now it's like not available anywhere. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It almost has a great ending. It has an ending that they teased that would have been awesome, and then they taken out on the ending. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
it could have been a really great ending. I won't spoil it, but maybe we'll talk about it after the show. But yeah, almost a great ending, but it's still a pretty good movie overall. Michael Parks is great, so I'll give it to Red State.
Yeah. So I watched Red State. I had to go on torrenting and like torrent, but because that's the only way you can find it. And the movie's good. Like I wasn't blown away by it, but I decided to like do a little history because I wanted to find out why this movie's not like buried and not widely available. And I didn't really get to the bottom of why it's not available. I think it's just studio stuff maybe, but I did get to like why Kevin Smith wanted to make it, and I guess he got in what's that like the Westboro Baptist Church, like he like somehow like met someone that was from that or like a church like that, and the guy was like really intriguing to him, and then he found out it's like the secret agenda in the part of the church or the church was a part of, and it's just this horrible thing that he's like oh hell no, and then he decided to just make this movie about those type of people. And I remember in the beginning when I mentioned this little known actor Michael and Angarano, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but he's in it. This is the other one, and he's just again one of those actors, a character actor you'd recognize the face, but you probably wouldn't know him by name. So you can look him up if you want. But yeah, I think the movie's fine. Like I'm not like over the moon about it. And then if you watch the trailers, Kevin Smith is like at the beginning of the trailer at like probably one of his podcast recordings or something, and he's hyping it as a horror movie. I don't know how much of a horror movie this is. It's more of just like a thriller sort of thing with these crazy church people. But I mean, I guess it's borderline. But yeah, it's good. I'm not going to say great, so I'll vote for Red State because Dreamhouse sucks. I've seen it too, and it's bad. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Red State.
So I think from what I can get, Red State was the start of Kevin Smith doing his traveling show type things.
So that's what it was. Okay. Nice.
Well, and it has something to do with Harvey. It's one of those movies that Harvey Weinstein has tied up in one of his goofy things where they can't get like a release on it, kind of like Dogma. It's weird. Yeah. He's going to jail or whatever. Yeah. So it's just strange.
That's weird, yeah.
Battle Los Angeles and Columbiana. All right.
All right.
I actually like both of these. And I'm not saying they're great or anything, but they're enjoyable. Yeah. I'll go with Columbiana though, because it's it's cool seeing Zoe Saldana be badass, and it's got Michael Vartan in it, and always liked him ever since Alias.
And also, Malcolm's got your boy Cliff Curtis in it, so from New Zealand. But what do you say about this matchup, Malcolm?
I'll say these are two movies that I was initially going to leave off, but then Jordan wanted them on, but so I put them on.
Well, I never said anything about Colombiana, but I did just say that. Like,
I'm pretty sure that was on your list. But
it might have been on some random list. I don't know, but I wasn't really hyping it.
But anyway, but I haven't actually seen either of these movies either. But just because Colombiana's got Zoe Saldana in it and she's hot, so I'm gonna go whatever the second one is.
Yeah, right. That's that C word, but not the other C word. This C word. Yeah. Austin.
Boy, another 2011 matchup of two very forgettable movies. Oh my God, yeah, I saw both of these in theaters and promptly forgot about them 2 weeks later. Battle Los Angeles, more known for the trailer than the movie. The actual movie is meh, and Colombiana is forgettable. I feel like Colombiana might hold up better on a rewatch, so I'll say Colombiana.
Yeah. Now I don't know how I was ever advocating for either of these, but maybe I had it on a list or something. I don't know, but but
I think it's just because you like the trailer for Battle Los Angeles. That's it.
Yeah, it might be it because I think Battle Los Angeles has one of the best trailers I've ever seen. I think the trailer is like really awesome, and then you watch it and it's like what a letdown. Like this could have been really cool, and I think just because of that, because the movie's such a big drop from the trailer, that I'll give it to Colombiana too, because Zoe Saldana, she's great. So yeah, she's kind of like, I mean, there's a few like recognizable people. You got Tony Dalton from Better Call Saul, he pops up, and then Lenny James from The Walking Dead. You got some like character actors in there, so Cliff Curtis, like I mentioned, but yeah, so I'll vote Colombiana. Wolf.
Yeah, so Colombiana is one of the ones I was not able to catch up on, and I assume from what y'all are saying, I don't need to see it. But so Dollar Tree has been doing this lately with some movies. Like I have Spotlight Blu-ray like this, and I have the About a Boy Blu-ray that's a lot like this. For whatever reason, they have these like Blu-rays sometimes are so obscure and weird. So I have because it's $1. I have a Battle Los Angeles Blu-ray. However, it is an English Blu-ray. Keep that in mind. It's in English language, but the cover is like Spanish and it says Evasion del Mundo Batalla Los Angeles or something like that. And so it's super weird.
My other guy's Blu-ray I got at Dollar Tree has like the English and Spanish on the cover, but it's an English Blu-ray. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have one that's like I have a Borat DVD that's like that, but this one it's like it doesn't even have. What's weird is I popped it in to see if it was actually English because it's on my local Dollar Tree, and it is. And then, but it's like none of them. Not even the special features are in English. Not even like the synopsis is in English. It's so weird. It's like it's all in Spanish. But with that said, I mean, I'm going to give it the vote because I've seen it. I don't even. Like, I mean, it wasn't that great. I saw it in theaters and I own it. I'm probably never gonna watch this Blu-ray, but I own it. So it's like, yeah.
Who would have thought you find something like that at Dollar Tree? Weird.
Dollar Tree. I did get a good movie on Blu-ray at Dollar Tree. I got Cheap Thrills with Pat Healy. That's a good movie on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I got that at Dollar Tree at one point too.
That's a good movie.
That is. That's very.
I don't think I've ever set foot in a Dollar Tree in like 5 or 6 years. It's been a while.
I go there to get cheap. I go there to get my energy shots, Jordan, because they're dollar energy shots that are exactly the same as 5 Hour Energy. Anyway,
well, my ex-wife was
Colombiana.
Was a huge fan of like bargain bin shopping, so she went to Dollar Tree a lot. So,
yeah.
Next up, we've got Insidious up against Johnny English Reborn.
Okay.
All right.
It's the first Insidious, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Johnny English movies are all right. I like Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, the first Insidious movie is good. I like the first one. The sequels, diminishing returns. I hope they just wrap it up with this next one since they're kind of bringing it full circle with the kid or whatever.
It's advertised as the final chapter. Like
I would hope so because this one's already gone on 3 movies
But-
too much. I would hope
So what's Final Destination was the final chapter, and look at that.
They haven't advertised.
Although, to
sort
be
of,
fair, though,
sort of.
the new Final Destination I hear is going to be almost entirely different from the rest of the franchise. So it's going to be like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go Insidious. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know some people who are like really high on Johnny English. I actually went on a date to see the first one because the girl really was into him. I really like Rowan Atkinson, and he's okay in this, but it's not something that just blows me away. It's kind of just like him being as the usual goofball, but throw him in an action movie, a spy movie, you know. But Insidious. Welcome to my favorite horror movie of all time ever made. I freaking love Insidious just because I like what they did with The Further. I think that's like a really cool world that they could create. I love Lynn Shay, like when she comes in, like the part where she's like putting on the gas mask and she's like hearing all kinds of like crazy voices. It's the first, like one of the first one. I'm like I know it's not the first like to ever do it, but like the one that just caught my attention, like the house isn't haunted, it's your son kind of thing. Now it's become like a cliche kind of thing that they just do over and over. But like for me back then, it actually really worked, and I just love like anything to do with The Further or like those creatures. I thought the Darth Maul looking guy was like one of the scariest things I'd ever seen at the time, and but I will admit that it does have some kind of cheap jump scares thrown in there, but I can kind of pass over that just because I love everything else about it. I'm really excited for the next one coming out. I hope they do it justice because I don't really like any of the sequels so far. I think they've all been bad to me, but this one's great. So Insidious. Wolf, what do you say?
yeah, Insidious movies are extremely hit or miss for me. I think this first one's good, and I am in the minority here. I am well aware I'm in the minority. I actually like Insidious Chapter 2 a little more than the first one.
I'm there too. I'm with that.
I like it a little more than the first one just because I think that like what they reveal in that movie and just and I think some of the other scares in that movie, like it just, for me, it's more effective personally, and like I like it more, but it's also sort of like, okay, if that's as high as of a bar as the franchise goes, like, it's not that great of a franchise for me personally, but yeah, this new one, which by the way, I think it's the next mystery movie because I've been revealing all the hints, and it's a PG-13 movie, and it has like around the same runtime, and Insidious,
I gotta go to that.
And Insidious: The Red Door is coming out like literally in the opening of July, so like.
It's always lesser movies. It'll be Theater Camp or that Biosphere movie. It'll be one of
But
those.
they did Missing and like Sisu and stuff like that too. So they're so.
Yeah,
Missing
I don't think Insidious needs it. It's got enough name recognition. They don't do franchise stuff really. So
That'd be cool if it was. But
That would be. I'm gonna go to it, but if it is it, I'll let you know. But it'd be really cool though. They would definitely need that like hype to get like the boost of it, to get, because Insidious has not really been doing well lately, and I am interested in the new one because of Patrick Wilson directing it and stuff like that. So
well, you guys are on the East Coast, so if you go see it and it ends up being that, like, shoot me a text because I'm a couple hours behind, and I can zip over to the theater if it is that. So
sure, yeah. But yeah, Johnny English Reborn is another one. I think that's actually really fun. All the Johnny English movies are really fun for me. Like, they're really fun spoofs of like Bond and all this and all that. So, okay, I guess I'll give it to Insidious. Why not?
I was gonna say, for me, it's not even close, but it could be for some of you guys. But Steven, what do you say?
Yeah, I actually I love Insidious Chapter 2. I never saw the third one. I wasn't interested in it since no Rose Byrne, no Patrick Wilson, and
It
that's
ain't
why.
great.
What?
I said it ain't great. So you don't need to. You don't need
Yeah,
to.
but I might watch. But I'll probably watch the new one since Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne are back.
Yeah.
The first one is okay. The second half is definitely better than the first half because the second half is when it gets kind of weird and funny, whereas the first half of the movie is kind of felt like a Paranormal Activity ripoff. But I haven't seen Johnny English Reborn, so I'll go with Insidious.
Yeah, when I worked in a movie theater, we would always sing the song to annoy everybody. Like when we were bored at the theater when it was dead, tiptoe through the tulips. We'd like go around singing that and like just annoy the hell out of people. That song gets annoying. But Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, talking about franchises ahead, that you but something as the final chapter. Insidious is from the makers of Saw, which did the very same thing with Saw 7.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Johnny English movies. I do think they're a lot of fun. But I do like the first Insidious, but I am in the camp that Insidious Chapter 2 is better, but I'm still going to go Insidious on this one.
Wow, 3 of us.
Yeah. All right, Insidious it is. At least when I try to push it to the championship, we'll see.
Oh God!
Holy
Yeah, it'll
shit.
probably make it in.
Neither one. Let's move to the next match.
Yeah.
Neither. Pass. Fuck. Jordan, go.
Yes,
Pick something.
I never saw Footloose. I skipped it. This is the remake, right? So, well, yeah. I mean, obviously the originals in like the 80s.
We haven't gotten to 1984 yet.
No. Yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I just don't care about that. I don't care about the original one either. It's like a town where they outlawed dancing. What? It's kind of not drawing me in with that premise, but Green Lantern's got its moments. I mean, Ryan Reynolds for me kind of just carries it, and Mark Strong's passable, I guess. But yeah, I'll vote Green Lantern unenthusiastically, but I'll vote for it. Wolf, you say?
Is there like a pass I can do or something where I just
flip a coin or eeny meeny whatever. Just do something.
I'm gonna go with the one that doesn't make me want to shoot my brains out when I'm watching it, at least, and that's Footloose. Like Green Lantern was just like that was another level of bad. Like Footloose is bad, don't get me wrong, but Green Lantern was like on another level of bad. Like so, I guess I'll go Footloose on that.
You don't like the like big giant diarrhea cloud at the end? That doesn't get you, Wolf?
The only thing that it has going for it is the Deadpool 2 post-credit scene where he like goes back in time and kills Ryan Reynolds or something like that to stop Green Lantern from happening. That's like the only thing that Green Lantern has going for it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But Steven, what do you say?
I thought Green Lantern was fine. It was okay. I had fun with it. I mean, it's not great, but yeah, I've never seen Footloose. Don't care to, so I'll go with Green Lantern.
Yeah, we need to like incorporate a rule where everyone gets one pass on tournament fights, and when you want to use your pass card, you can use it for any time, but only once. Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, Green Lantern's not good. Like it's got some good acting from Terry Morrison, Taika Waititi, in the movie. But
oh my god, I forgot Taika Waititi was in this movie.
Yeah.
But just don't make the Super Suit green or animated.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing where like they said for whatever the other movie that we're in together with, they said like we've never worked together, and there's like a joke about it in the trailer. Yeah. The free guy.
But that being said, I actually didn't hate the Footloose remake. I wasn't that high on the original, so it's not like the original was some big beloved thing that I'm offended that they were remaking. But it was really fun for what it was. So I'm gonna go Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose was the most overplayed song that at all of my church dances growing up. Oh, they played that song to death. No, thank you. But Austin.
I'll say Green Lantern only so it makes it easier to vote against it in the next round. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. They'll get Insidious into the
It
championship.
won't make it to the championship. This is just 32, and then
watch you jinx it, and it makes it to the championship now.
it won't because it's Insidious and the other one. So I'll vote for Insidious.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
You know what I mean, it's not going to make it, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Rio. Oh God.
Oh God.
So Jordan, can you change your subheading? 2011 was not an underrated year for movies. It's a shitty year for movies. Like
I think
2011 actually has a lot of great movies in it, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually does. Like,
look up the
we
worst.
got a lot of great ones in
movies.
the first one. We'll have some
It's
here.
just y'all decided to put the bad ones on here. No.
I
To be
like
fair,
that, actually.
Look up every other article for worst year movies. 2011 is in there. Like, and I agree.
Look-
Like after seeing some of these brackets, holy shit.
To
This
be
is not
fair,
good.
like we took out at least like 10 or 15 other bad ones that aren't even here. So,
God,
yeah.
Wolf, Rio, and Your Highness. Oh my God.
Oh God. Wait. So I'm first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God. Yeah, I watched Your Highness a long time ago. Like my sister's ex or something had it on like a website or something. We watched it, and it was really, really, really bad. Like, and I'm a huge Natalie Portman fan. She might be my favorite actress. It goes back and forth between her and Kate Blanchett. They're both like neck and neck for me, but. Natalie, why were you in this, girl? I love you. I'll watch anything with you in it, but why were you in this? Like, I love you, girl, but go on. It was so bad. And Rio, it's not necessarily great, but it's not like bad. So I guess I would say Rio because of that. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm Steven.
Yeah, I like David Gordon Green when he sticks to like indie dramas. He seems to falter a bit when he strays out of that.
Oh shit! David Gordon Green directed this movie.
Yeah. That's where his thing with Danny McBride kind of is like this and
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, and the Foot Fist Way and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people love Pineapple Express, but I wasn't one of them. So Your Highness might be Your Highness might be his worst movie. I mean, it's just not good. But I enjoyed Rio. I think it's a fun little family movie, so I'll go with Rio.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah. I personally think Your Highness is better than Pineapple Express. I'm also not a fan of it. But yeah, I actually enjoy both of them. I'm not saying they're anywhere near the top of the decade, but I don't think they're that bad. So I'm going to go Rio as well.
Yeah. Austin.
Rio, because it's not Your Highness.
Yeah. Well, Rio to me was just forgettable. Like I just don't really remember. I remember like Jesse Eisenberg being a voice or something, but I don't remember like really
he's
much
the main
else.
voice.
Yeah, he's the main
Him and
voice.
Anne
But,
Hathaway.
yeah, but like, I mean, I don't have the same level of hate as everybody else for Your Highness. I actually enjoy parts of it. Like I don't know, the fact that they're like high, and I don't know, like I kind of laughed, but it wasn't like I was loving it. No, but yeah. So I'll give a vote to Your Highness. Sure. Oh, and also too, remember that the freaking trailer, like that trailer for Your Highness played in front of everything. I remember that trailer got played to death. I got sick of the trailer quick, but yeah.
And also hold up. So like I don't remember this last round, but like, are you telling me Your Highness gets in, but Contagion doesn't get in? I don't remember that on like.
I mean, I voted for Contagion, but it went against something
Contagion
strong.
was in part 1.
It was 2011.
It was
Yeah,
in
it's in
part
part
one.
It was in part 1.
Oh, it
It
was.
was
Oh, it was. Oh, I don't remember it in part 1 for some reason.
Yeah.
My bad. I guess I don't remember.
Yeah, it was in part 1.
Uh,
But whatever it went up against, it lost because it was a heavy hitter. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. I don't
All
remember.
right, well, Rio moves on. We'll move on to the next one.
Mhm.
Let's see what other great matchup we've got coming. Oh, leftovers.
Okay.
That's why.
Leftovers. Yeah.
'Cause,
yeah.
all right.
All right.
Two movies about rich assholes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Steven, Margin Call, and Wolf of Wall Street.
I wanted to see Margin Call, but I didn't get to it. But it's got a great cast and it looks interesting. I know it's about the 2008
Like dip in the economy or whatever.
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it, so I'll go with Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. I think that like 2008, it was like they call it the housing crisis, maybe, but I don't know if it's but it's more than just that. I mean,
It was just
I
it
thought-
was that. Well, the housing, all the bad loans and stuff is what led to the collapse of all the different financial institutes that had all their money.
Yeah,
into
like all the
the-
banks
into
collapsed
into
and
the
all that,
mortgages
yeah.
and stuff, into the bad mortgages and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because if I remember rightly, I think this was like one day, like the whole one day is it all fell apart.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
What's yeah.
I really wanted to like Margin Call more than I did. It was fine. I'm not. It definitely wasn't a bad movie at all. But I compared to Wolf of Wall Street, I just really love Wolf of Wall Street, so I'm going Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because if Margin Call was up against like Your Highness or Green Lantern, I'd vote for it easily because I actually rewatched it not long ago. It's really good because it's basically kind of a one crazy night movie. Where Zachary Quinto finds out this company's about to go down literally overnight, and they start calling in everybody. And Jeremy Irons is like the head of the place that flies in on the helicopter, and Kevin Spacey's like the boss there. Great cast. Good movie. Paul Bettany's really great. If you like Paul Bettany, watch this movie. He's really good at it. But yeah, it's going up against Wolf of Wall Street, which should probably hang on here. So.
Yeah. So I haven't seen Margin Call, but the director J.C. Chander, or however you say it, like he has a like pretty decent filmography. It's not a lot, but he did that. He did All Is Lost. He did A Most Violent Year, Triple Frontier, and then he's gonna be the director of the upcoming Kraven the Hunter movie. So yeah.
I saw the trailer for that. I was at work, so I wasn't able to hear it, but just visually, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like it
looks violent.
It's gonna be rated
like
R, so yeah,
it's gonna be rated R. I heard at like CinemaCon that Aaron Taylor at Johnson come out and they're like, it's gonna be rated R. They're like, yeah, what am I gonna do? Just go on and like talk people to death as Kraven the Hunter? No, he's got to like stab people and rip them to shreds. Yeah. So
why can't they have done that with fucking Venom? Let There Be Carnage. That should have been rated R. If you're dealing with Carnage.
I was going to say that for Morbius, since Morbius is about a vampire.
Yeah, right.
But like, I would even say even more because like Carnage gets brutal if you read like a Carnage comic. So it's
So I would have been fine with Sony doing their own little R-rated Marvel universe with all these darker characters. Fine with that.
I don't think Rated R would have helped Venom Let There Be Carnage.
I
didn't mind it.
I don't know. It
It's a piece of schlock. That movie's great.
Only it would have helped.
Watch it in the right context. It's great.
Morbius either. So, but here, I'm gonna vote Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't seen Margin Call. Wolf of Wall Street is an all-timer. It's my favorite Scorsese. So yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. So Wolf.
It's not a good vote against the Wolf. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, before The Big Short and before Succession, there was both of these movies. These actually both kind of deal with the similar subject matters in a way. so it's very interesting. It's actually maybe my favorite matchup just because of like the similarities here between the two. But yeah, I actually watched Margin Call for the first time literally right before this video. So that's one of the ones I caught up on because I've never seen it. And it has Kevin Spacey, but it also has some great other actors in there too, though. Like Stanley Tucci is in there. Zachary Quinto, that was his name. I was trying to remember his name there for a second. Paul Bettany, Jeremy Irons, even Demi Moore is in there. So like, yeah, it's got a great cast of people in there. My only issue with it was like I felt like it had, and I love abrupt endings, but I felt like it literally had no ending. Like it just ends. Like, oh, what? Oh, okay, that's the end. Oh, I guess that's the end. And but yeah, it was really, really good though. Wolf of Wall Street is the better movie. Okay, it's one of the best movies ever made. It's fantastic. However, it is always getting into these tournaments, and Margin Call doesn't. So I'm gonna vote on Margin Call just because it's fresh in my head, and that's just one of those like, I feel like it needs some love there. So
yeah. Well, I did my little kind of averaging out the critics and the fans on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's at 80.5%, so that's high. So for Margin Call, yeah. Right, Wolf of Wall Street,
and it was an Oscar nominee for Best Original Screenplay. So
yeah, that's cool.
God damn it.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Just prove me wrong. 2011 sucked.
I actually love one of these movies.
Oh, come on, Steven. Come on.
I know which one it is too.
Come on.
It's the top one.
Two bad Daniel Craig movies in the same year.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he had a rough post Bond. Malcolm.
I mean, look, these are like mid-tier movies for me. Like, I don't hate them, but I don't not actually have to rewatch them anytime soon either. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun with Cowboys and Aliens. But I'm gonna go Green Hornet for this because I'd have just minimal fun with it. So Green Hornet.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, both these movies stink. God, I remember seeing Cowboys and Aliens and just being bored. Green Hornet's bad too. I guess I'll go Cowboys and Aliens, I guess. But I'm not enthusiastic about either one.
Yeah. So I saw both these in theaters and had sort of high hopes, and neither one was really that good. For the Green Hornet, I think it would have worked better if they would have had Seth Rogen like behind the scenes and like cast somebody else in that role. I think it would have maybe worked a little bit better. I mean, Seth Rogen's good in the right role. It's just this is like miscast in this.
The Green Hornet is not goofy in the old TV show.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Like in the 60s one, like it was like a kind of a compliment to the Adam West Batman. They even had a crossover episode that was cool. But like he was the straight, like they were both. It was not like comedic and silly like the Batman show was. Like it was more like a mystery action-y kind of show. And it's like, why would you make it a Seth Rogen movie essentially? Like just
it's weird. Good. But and I do like the car that's like tricked out. That looks cool, but that's about the only thing about the movie that I really liked. But Cowboys and Aliens, I remember that I had some of my cousins visiting from out of town, and I remember going to see it with them, and we were all kind of hyped for it. This is going to be really cool. Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig, and man, it was a huge letdown with a really cool premise. Like if it would have been done a little different, maybe it could have been awesome. But I still like it better. I'll go Cowboys and Aliens. Wolf.
Again, there is a reason why I have not seen Cowboys and Aliens, or not Cowboys and Aliens, Green Hornet since 2011.
You don't need to.
It's this movie I haven't seen since 2011. It is not good. Here's my question: what is the worst one of like a TV show adaptation movie? This or The Lone Ranger? Out of curiosity.
This
Lone Ranger.
I would say this.
Green Hornet's worse.
Yeah.
Green Hornet's worse.
Lone Ranger at least has a good score and good like costumes.
One or two good action sequences in there, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'd agree with that. But one of these movies has Sam Rockwell. One doesn't say, and that's Cowboys and Aliens. So
oh yeah, he's in that.
Yeah. And so, and I actually, because it was like for $3 at Goodwill, I own it on Blu-ray, Cowboys and Aliens, because when I watched it, I remember just letting my brain go and like having fun with it. But again, I haven't seen it since 2011 in theaters, so I don't know if I popped it in again. I think I would hate it. so I guess that's why I'll go Cowboys and Aliens.
And also, it's a really stupid title. Can you come up with anything dumber than Cowboys and Aliens? I think that title is really dumb. They come up with all kinds of stuff.
I mean, it's like there's cowboys and Indians, but instead of Indians, it's aliens.
Oh, so it's a pun on that. I never really thought about it that way, but yeah, okay. But Steven, what do you think?
So Green Hornet is just bland and forgettable and like whatever. I love Cowboys and Aliens. I like that it plays almost like a serious Western, but with aliens. And I think Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig make a cool duo. I mean, you got Indiana Jones teaming up with James Bond. I thought that's and it's directed by Jon Favreau. Cowboys and Aliens is underrated. I'll go with Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, Malcolm. What do you say?
Malcolm went first. Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So, fun fact about Green Hornet, though, I just read up about it was in production since the 90s, and George Clooney was initially going to be
better movie. Because George Clooney would have made a good Green Hornet. He's very similar to the guy who was in the 60s. Very similar.
Yeah, it could have been like
but the funny thing is, George Clooney dropped out of the Green Hornet to go to Batman and Robin.
He should have done Green Hornet because he would have been a better fit for Green Hornet than Batman.
And
honestly.
there was a time when Jason Scott Lee was attached to playing Kato.
That would have been fine because he played Bruce Lee in that Bruce Lee movie in the 90s.
Yeah.
Remember? So and Bruce Lee was in the Green Hornet show, so that would have been perfect. There you go, a better movie, better movie. George Clooney and Jason Scott Lee as in the fine. All right, so what is that? The Winnie the Pooh movie that came out in 2011?
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh versus Midnight in Paris.
Okay, me first. Yeah, I didn't see that Winnie the Pooh movie. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, I actually really like Midnight in Paris. I'm not a big Woody Allen fan, but I like that movie a lot, and I like the concept of it, of him kind of going back in time every night and meeting all these people. And Tom Hiddleston's really good in that movie, so I'll say Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, so I want to watch the trailers for Winnie the Pooh movie, and they're really good. I remember seeing it and being like, this is really sweet and really endearing, and I'm also not 4 years old, so I'm not going to watch this. So I didn't go watch it. I mean, it's just not really for me as an adult, but child me would have loved it. But Midnight in Paris, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not trying to like champion Woody Allen a lot, but this movie's good. Like Owen Wilson kind of goes in time to see like famous people from history. Is it, or is it painters? I don't know. It's like something like that. But yeah, I remember it being pretty good. So I'll vote for Midnight in Paris. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. I loved Winnie the Pooh as a child. But my Winnie the Pooh as an adult is Blood and Honey. Oh yeah,
there you go.
Fuck yeah, what a great movie.
Yeah.
But
they're making a sequel. Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, and that Peter Pan movie and the whatever else they got, bring it on.
The Cinderella
Bambi horror movie.
Yeah, Bambi's Revenge or whatever, bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Oh yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah, Midnight in Paris. Woody Allen, very problematic person. Don't like him as a person, but he does make some good movies, like Manhattan, Annie Hall, Midnight in Paris. Like there are some really good Woody Allen movies, and this is one of his best ones. I mean, I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good movie. And Owen Wilson is fantastic in this movie. And so, yeah, I will give it to Midnight in Paris.
Brian got the facts on the animated movies. Winnie the Pooh last drawn,
Interesting.
last hand drawn Disney film. Yeah, but Steven.
Makes sense. Huh?
Midnight in Paris is not top tier Woody Allen for me, but it's enjoyable, light. It's fine. And I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh, so I'll go with Midnight in Paris.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely grew up with Winnie the Pooh. Like, it's one of the first movies I was ever shown. And like as a grown man, I still really enjoy the movies.
Sure.
And the 2011 one just holds up, and I think it's just really good. And yeah, I do like Midnight in Paris. I do think it's good, but I'm going to go Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, I went first, and it's going to be Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, well, Wolf, if you wonder, Contagion went against Moneyball in round one. So Moneyball.
I am remembering that now. So
yeah.
Wait, there's a movie called M.
Martha, Marcy,
Martha,
May,
Marcy, May,
Marlene.
Oh, Martha May.
Oh,
Okay. I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
M.
and
What?
Puss in Boots. Yeah. All right, Jordan.
Well, whenever I think of that Martha, Marcy, whatever, how you say it, Marlene, May, Marlene, like for some reason I keep thinking that like Marcia Gay Harden's gonna be in this movie because it sounds like her name, and I can't stand that actress. Like the Miss really ruined it for me as an actress. Like, ugh. But
She's supposed to be playing the.
That's
yeah,
what I keep
but
telling
still,
Jordan. She's supposed to be hateable.
one of the
And
most
he's like,
grating
I really hate her.
performances I've
I
ever
hate her in
seen.
that movie.
I hate
Yeah,
her.
that's the point. That's why she gets killed.
Yeah, but
she gets her comeuppance, and it's great.
But I hated like even like what she was even trying to do. I thought that
Exactly.
she
You're not supposed to like that.
Well, no, like I didn't think she was giving even a good performance. I thought she was giving a shitty performance, and I hated it. So
she's giving a good performance because you don't like her so much. That's why you hate her so much because she's putting off such a.
It's not a good
vibe.
performance. That's the thing. I don't think. I mean, that's
Sure
just my
is.
opinion. So, and I don't really like the first Puss in Boots movie either. I like the Last Wish. Now that's an incredible movie, but I haven't seen Martha, Marcy. I'm never gonna be able to say it, but
Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene.
May Marlene. It's like a tongue twister right there,
Martha,
but also vote for it because I watched the trailer and I liked Elizabeth Olsen. It kind of looks like she came from like being kidnapped somewhere and like held hostage, and then she broke free, and it's kind of like the aftermath of that. So it looks
Well, she was
interesting.
involved in a cult, I think.
It's a cult.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it was a cult. Okay, but yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Every time I hear Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, I think of the scene I defend, by the way, that you're letting them kill Martha from Batman v Superman. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. But yeah, I have not seen this one. I would have watched it, but it wasn't on a streaming service, and I tried to watch the ones that were like on streaming or that I owned that I haven't seen. So but I do want to get around to seeing it because it not only sounds great, but like, yeah, the trailer was great. I did get to see that. And you said Elizabeth Olsen, but also Sarah Paulson in there, John Hawkes. To me, arguably, maybe one of the greatest actors working today, Christopher Abbott, Hugh Dancy, Julia Garner is in there. She's a fantastic actress. So, yeah, looks like it's got a great cast of people. So, I'm definitely interested in checking this one out. I watched Puss in Boots to prepare for The Last Wish, and The Last Wish is fantastic. That movie is amazing.
Yeah.
But this first Puss in Boots, though, not so much. So because of that, I'm actually curious to see Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. I will see that one, or I will vote for that one.
Yeah. We'll see if everyone butchers the name of the movie at least once. Steven. You did, I think.
So I haven't seen either Puss Puss in Boots just never really appealed to me. I mean, like he's, I guess, a cute enough side character in the Shrek franchise, but to have his own movie, I mean, that's like giving Mater his own
The
movie.
sequel is good. The
Cars 2.
sequel is good, Steve. The sequel is good.
Yeah, it's good.
So
Legit.
So going with the logic of which one would I rather see, I'd rather see Martha Marcy May Marlene.
Oh, you got it right. Malcolm. What do you say?
Yeah, Martha Marcy May Marlene is really good. Like it's Elizabeth Fulton's first film as well. And she's just really good in it. And it like in a way, you can argue that it's kind of her audition piece for Scarlet Witch. This woman's stuck in a cult, and all that, very similar to her being stuck in Hydra and then sort of get delusions down the line. But like just recently, I rewatched all the Shrek movies, including Puss in Boots. Like I actually really enjoy Puss in Boots. Like for me, The Last Wish is nowhere near as good as the original Shrek movies. Like I thought it was good, but it definitely was really overhyped. So I'm going to go Marcy May Marlene.
Yeah. All right. Good job on saying it right. Austin.
I've said it right several times. Martha
Yeah,
Marcy May
right.
Marlene. Martha Marcy May Marlene. Yeah. Hey, I own it on DVD. I like this movie a lot, and
Nice.
no, it's really good. I saw it in theaters. Excellent. I like a good cult movie, and it's a good paranoia movie. She thinks she's being followed around. I'm definitely voting for it. Wolf, you will love this movie when you get around to it. I think you will.
I think I would. That's one of the ones. If it was on a streaming service, I would have watched this one.
You'll dig it when you see it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol up in Jane Eyre.
Oh,
all right. So it's Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol and moving on. Sounds good. Ghost
It's
Protocol?
Jane Eyre.
Yo, Malcolm and I will defend Jane Eyre. Okay.
And listen. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Fuck that book. They made me read it like 4 times in school. Like fuck that book and fuck any movie that adapts that book.
Yeah.
Let's put Ghost Protocol through. We're moving on.
I don't want to say it. Like in the earshot of my aunt who's currently staying with us, that's like one of her like all-time favorite things is Jane Eyre, and I don't
fuck that book, dude. That book is the worst shit ever. That is the worst goddamn boring book. No.
I mean, I was about to say I like Jane Eyre. I still would have gone Ghost Protocol.
Yes.
Yes.
I realistically
the best one.
Ghost Protocol should probably win this goddamn tournament.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Got Melancholia up against the Iron Lady.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, what is this one?
Lars von Trier, bro.
So I watched Melancholia today for this, and yeah. Whose turn is it?
You're first. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm first. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was first. But yeah, I watched Melancholia for the first time today, and honestly, it might be in my top 5 movies of 2011. I think this maybe at least top 10. This movie was fantastic. Kirsten Dunst is great. It's Lars von Trier's masterpiece, in my opinion. The movie is just a very realistic and honest portrayal of depression, and it's hard to watch at times, but it is so good. And literally the opening like 5 or 10 minutes of this movie have no dialogue. It's really just like visual poetry. It's just like metaphorical visual poetry type stuff going on. And it's like very, very well done. But once you get into the film pretty much takes place at like a wedding the whole time. And it's just intense, like emotional, just there's so much going on in this movie. I love it so much. And I just can't wait to dissect it because I literally just watched it. I really want to dissect it and think about it. But they should have changed the title. It should have been called Melancholia. It should have been Not for Jordan, because this movie is not for you.
This movie is not for Jordan.
It should have been titled that, because this movie. I texted
Melancholia sounds like a period piece to me. I don't think it is, but
it's not. No, but you just know you would not.
The Iron Lady is a period piece.
I literally texted you while I was watching it. I said, "This movie's
Yeah.
I'm loving this movie, but you would hate it. Don't watch it. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I was like,
Not
it's right
for
up
me,
my,
okay.
I was like, this is
That's
right
good.
up my alley. But
Way too artsy.
yeah, it's
very artsy.
oh yeah, very, very, very artsy. It's Lars von Trier for you, who did like Antichrist, the Nymphomaniac movies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's a very artsy kind of director, and this is his best film, in my opinion. But still, yeah, very artsy. But The Iron Lady, other than a great performance from Meryl Streep, like the film doesn't really have much going for it for me personally. And another one I haven't seen since like 2011. It's okay, but it's not that great. But I would have also put Kirsten Dunst in the best actress lineup if it was me voting too, with Meryl Streep, by the way. Like, she was fantastic in that movie. But yeah, I will say Melancholia.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
I haven't seen Melancholia. I haven't seen Melancholia, but I want to. First, I know you know Kirsten Dunst is.
And both Skarsgård brothers are in here too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
And it's got my boy. It's got Jack Bauer in it.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland's in it. Yeah.
Here's one.
All right. You voting for Melancholia?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Malcolm.
I haven't seen Melancholia. It sounds interesting, but I actually really enjoyed the Iron Lady. I think Meryl Streep is great as Margaret Thatcher, and I actually think I actually found it really interesting and all that. So I'm going to go the Iron Lady.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lars von Trier presents Not for Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass on these. Not for me. I guess I don't know. I guess I have to, like, even still, when you guys say that, still go Melancholy, because I don't want to watch some boring, drawn out British period piece. I just don't. So I'll go vote Melancholy. So yeah.
And I mean, hey, you'd like the visuals at the beginning, probably. So there's that.
Yeah, at least that.
And I watched it on Movie. If you guys aren't subscribed to Movie, it's actually a really good streaming service. If y'all have like
I got enough streaming services.
obscure type stuff.
Oh my god, this is a lopsided.
Anyone going for Strange?
No, just put Warrior through. Just put Warrior through.
Wait. That's on Stranger Tides now. That's like
That's
the worst.
the one directed by Rob Marshall. It's the worst one.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I
one.
like Rob Marshall as a director, but yes, that is the worst.
Oh, come on.
Oh, so it's we have a double from the Hangers On from the latter series.
Yeah.
This is evil.
Master. Steven.
Come on, Steven.
Sorry,
Come on, Steven.
I do
me and
like
Wolf
the
are both
Master
going for
a
different
lot,
ones.
but I'm sorry, Wolf, but I can't vote against Skyfall. I love Skyfall, but I do think The Master is an excellent movie.
Yeah.
But I have to go with Skyfall.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, just because I think I know where Jordan's going to vote. I love Skyfall. I'm going to go The Master.
Come on, can we get this movie out of here already? For fuck's sake. Austin.
The Master.
Come on, like over Skyfall, like it's the best Bond movie. Come on.
Yeah.
But and The Master might be the best Paul Thomas
And
Anderson
Master might
movie.
be PTA's best movie.
Yeah.
So
I think Magnolia is his best movie, personally.
I've only seen that once. I gotta watch it again. Yeah.
Skyfall's the best
that
of like
was
30-something
true.
Bond movies, So that's a big feat right there. And yeah, you know me, I can't ever vote for The Master, so Skyfall. I'd vote first.
I haven't even my vote.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. But no,
I know where it's going, huh?
I you know what I'm gonna vote for, but like I mean, to me, I actually prefer Casino Royale a little bit over Skyfall. Like Skyfall's not even the best Bond film for me. While The Master might be PTA's masterpiece, this film is just brilliant and the best
movie. Travesty of what we're doing right here.
Well, so,
absolute travesty.
Why?
It's like, come on, because The Master sucks.
Well, I mean,
So,
says you.
yeah.
Everyone
on this panel besides you loves it.
I'm sorry.
I
you know, I think In Time sucks, but you know, we all
Yeah,
have
but
movies.
there's
So,
an argument. I don't know.
It's the randomizer. I blame again.
Yeah, I don't know. But over Skyfall, that's like out of any movie in this might be like almost my number one on this thing so far. So
it's not even from 2011, but all right.
there's The Master.
I
Come
know that's my point. So what's the big deal? Who cares?
Because it's Skyfall, that's why I care. But anyway,
Skyfall's whatever. It's been on a million tournaments. It's fine. It'll be on a million more tournaments. Be on everybody's favorite movie tournament.
Chris, why didn't Chris stick around? Frick, he would have been with
Because
me.
he's lost in the Blair Witch Woods right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he's lost in the woods.
Is anybody voting for Beginners? I don't even know what that is.
It's the movie that Christopher Plummer was actually nominated for. Actual Christopher Plummer was.
Oh yeah,
nominated.
the Beginners is the one where like he's married and then the wife passes away and then he comes out and says he's gay or something. It's like
yeah, he realizes that he's.
Oh yeah, this is that Mike Mills directed movie. I've been wanting to see this.
Ewan McGregor.
But it's because I've only seen like Come On and 20th Century Women from Mike Mills, but I want to see this one when I get the chance, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I like Beginners. I would have gone Final Destination 5 over it anyway.
Me too.
Yeah, because it's the best Final Destination movie for me, and I love.
It's like my second favorite, but it's really good. Yeah. But it's because the original was my first, but this one ties into it so well that I like it a lot. So they're both
Actually,
like right up there.
I think the second one's my favorite. But
Yeah, the second. I was about to say the second one to me is like maybe my second favorite, right?
And the problem with the second one, as Malcolm's pointed out, is the last 20 minutes doesn't do anything for me when they're in the hospital. So I think it peaks with the barbed wire thing, and then it goes downhill from there. It's not as interesting.
Oh, I don't know. The explosion was a cool scene.
It's fine, but I all that stuff with the van and the it doesn't do anything for me. Like it kind of.
It was a funny scene in the movie at Beginners though, where Christopher Plummer, he like called up Ewan McGregor. He's like, we're out at a club listening to some kind of crazy music. What kind of music was that? It's like it was house music, and like the thought to me of like seeing Christopher Plummer like doing like club thing, like in a club or something, just like makes me laugh. That's like a funny thought.
All right, speed round time, 10 seconds or less. I'm going to hold you to it. All right, let's find out what makes this championship and what makes this thing. Thor, horrible bosses. Malcolm, go.
4.
I'll go horrible bosses.
I'll go horrible bosses.
Wolf.
I'll go Thor.
Thor. Steven.
Thor.
Okay. Like that. Okay, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Adjustment Bureau. Me, Planet of the Apes.
I'll go Adjustment Bureau. Wolf.
Planet of the
Apes. Steven.
Adjustment Bureau.
Why is the Planet of the Apes?
All right, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Okay. All right, Captain America: First Avenger and Source Code. That's a tough one. Jordan.
I'll go Captain America. Wolf.
I'll go. You know what? I'll go Source Code. That's what I
Steven.
Source Code.
Source Code. Malcolm.
Captain America.
This is close, but I'm gonna go Captain America. It's really underrated. Yeah. All right.
Captain America.
See, Source Code is my favorite movie of this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Nice. Is that what your name's from? That name you got?
Yeah, that's Jake Gyllenhaal's character.
Okay.
Nice.
Wolf, Days of Future Past still hanging on, and Water for Elephants.
Sorry, Water for Elephants. I can't do it was last one, Days of Future Past. All right.
Yep. Steven.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, if it goes against somebody even like a little bit, I'll vote against it. But for now, X-Men.
Yeah, I'll go Days of Future Past. Clean sweep.
What a Zoo, Harold and Kumar Christmas.
And Kumar. All right, Steven.
We Bought a Zoo.
Malcolm.
We Bought a Zoo.
Harold and Kumar.
I'll go Harold and Kumar. Wolf.
We Bazoo.
Ooh, okay.
Super Love, American Union. Okay. Malcolm.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, sure. I'll go Crazy Stupid Love. Yeah.
Yeah. By a hair. This is close. Crazy
Yeah,
Stupid
it's close. It's close. Wolf.
Crazy Stupid Love. Yeah.
And I'll be the lone vote for American Reunion.
Okay, fair enough. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Sherlock Holmes 2 and In Time. Me, Sherlock Holmes.
I'll just show some love to In Time. I don't think it's gonna make it. So yeah. Wolf.
Over Sherlock Holmes. Come on.
Yeah. I like it. Steven? Oh wait. Wolf, you're voting Sherlock
I
Holmes,
said,
right?
yeah, I said Sherlock Holmes. Yeah.
I was just confirming it. Yeah. Okay. Steven.
I was really upset that they killed my girl Rachel McAdams off in the beginning of the movie, but
Spoiler
I'll still
alert.
go with Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
All right.
Not like it's been out for over 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Bridesmaids and Paranormal Activity 3. Jordan.
Oh. Bridesmaids. Sure. I'm not a big fan, but sure. Wolf.
Paranormal Activity 3 by a landslide.
Steven.
Yeah, definitely Bridesmaids for me.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Bridesmaids.
And Austin.
I would have gone Paranormal Activity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bridesmaids. It's fine. Too long.
Yeah.
Comedy should be
I love-
90 to 100 minutes. Period. End of story.
I think Kristen Wiig and Rose Byrne are both great in that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
would
saying the
agree.
performances weren't good, Steven, but comedy should be 90 to 100 minutes. Period.
Oh, I thought it was fine.
Rose Byrne's really good at comedy. I like almost all her comedies. Yeah.
She's in that great new show with Seth Rogen from the director of Neighbors.
Yeah, I started watching that. It's Plutonic. I watched like 4 episodes. Yeah.
Plutonic. Yeah, it's really fun.
All right, Wolf, The Help and The Big Year.
Because I don't remember The Big Year at all, but I've seen it. I'd say The Help. So
Yeah. Steven.
I'm a big Steve Martin fan, so I do want to eventually see The Big Year, but The Help.
Yeah, you might like it. Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like The Big Year, but I'm going to go The Help.
Yeah. Austin.
The Help.
Yeah, it's got to be The Help. Yeah.
Red State up against Colin.
Ooh.
Similar poster.
Yeah, right. I was going to say that.
Very
Yeah.
similar, yeah.
Very similar. Yeah.
All right, Steven.
The one I've seen, Columbiana.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
I've seen Red State, so Columbia, Anna.
Yeah. Austin.
Red State.
The one I've seen, Red State. Wolf.
Seen neither of these. So the one I want to see, Red State.
Yeah.
Red State.
It's decent. Yeah.
It's good. You'll see what I mean when you eventually see it. About it could have had an amazing ending, and it kind of
Yeah.
I'll talk about it after air if you want to hear about it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyone going in Green Lantern?
No, Insidious.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I don't hate Green
Rio.
Lantern, but it's not.
You want
one
to
of
go
my-
Rio?
No.
No.
Wall Street. Nope. Cowboys and Aliens. And
You want to go Cowboys and Aliens?
Yeah.
No,
I will.
Bears.
Steven
can-
might.
Yeah.
Anyone other than
Yeah,
Steven go Cowboys and Aliens?
No.
Nope. Midnight in Paris should be in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. Oh, and Ghost Protocol. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Not
there's a
bad.
matchup.
Malcolm.
You know what? We're going to see a lot more Mission Impossible movies going forward. So I'm going to go Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, it's a great point, Malcolm, except for the fact that we haven't seen Ghost Protocol yet at all, and it's the best Mission Impossible movie, so Ghost Protocol.
Exactly. Yeah, that's my thing. That's the best Mission Impossible movie, and it's the first time we're seeing it. So yeah.
Except for in the only other time we've seen it was in that actual spy tournament. That's literally the only time we've seen it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Wolf.
Fallout is the best Mission Impossible movie, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
But
But that's like saying, which cut of steak do you like, ribeye or filet mignon? It's like they're both
Yeah, they both.
excellent. You know what
Really
I mean?
good,
Like,
Yeah.
it's just
because Ghost Protocol is probably second, but yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's
It's
in there,
football,
so. But Martha, I do really, just because like y'all sold me on it, I really want to see Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, and I think I would like that one maybe a little more. Like I think that one would like right up my alley. So because of that, I will show it some love. So
Yeah. Steven.
Well, it's not actually my favorite of the franchise, but although it does have the best scene of all of them, everything that takes place in Dubai, but Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
All right, Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol.
yeah, the Dubai Tower stunt I like even more than like the plane stunt he did in Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
Is anyone voting for Melancholia? That's Warrior.
It's very close. No, not against Warrior. If it was against something else,
Yeah,
probably.
just put the
Yeah, I
Warrior.
mean, I haven't seen Melancholy, so I can't really judge it.
Yeah,
But
Warrior.
yeah.
It's the best professional fighting movie.
They're both in like my top 5 of that year, but no, Warrior's like my number 2 movie that year.
All right, Master and Final Destination 5. Me first.
All right, is anyone voting for the Master? All right, we'll just put it in the final.
Yeah,
All right.
a ton of people might vote for Master here. So
You got to vote on this because it's horror versus like art stuff. You got to vote on it, Jordan. I'm gonna go Final Destination 5 because it's in my top 32 horror movies.
Yep, and I'll vote easily. Final Destination 5.
come on, Austin. I was trusting.
Yeah,
in you.
but I fucking love Final Destination 5. So yeah, no, can't do this.
That bridge
Sorry.
scene, oh, it's so good.
It's really good. Yeah,
it is. The Master is like a masterpiece, but but yeah, say the Master.
All right, Steven.
I mean, this is genuinely tough for me. I don't know. I probably will go. I think Final Destination 5 is more fun, but I do think The Master is the better movie, so I'll probably go with The Master.
Malcolm.
So, I love The Master, but I love Final Destination 5 more. So, probably.
Yes, Malcolm. Did we just become best friends? Yep.
I mean, no, because you don't like The Master, and I
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Just making sure I haven't missed anything when I was writing it down.
Yeah, he's got to write them down. All right, so we got all those are making it to the Friday Championship episodes, and now anything
Oh,
goes.
so The Master still made the championship?
No, it did not.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, it did not. Final Destination 5 is making it to the championship, not the Master. No.
This makes me think
everything that we see right here in these matchups, it will move on to Friday automatically. So now it's just whatever wins tonight's tournament, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Jordan, Thor, and Planet of the Apes.
Oh, it's got to be Thor. Pretty easy. Yeah. Wolfman.
Ooh, you know what? Here I'll say Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Steven.
Thor.
Nothing.
Malcolm.
4.
Oh, I would have gone Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thor.
Be Thor.
Captain America and Days of Future Past.
We're going to get a superhero matchup.
Yeah, this one and the next one. Wolfman.
Just so we can get 2 Avengers going against each other, Captain America and Thor. I think why not? Let's do Captain America.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, I actually would love to see the 2 MCU movies go up against each other. You know, Days of the Future Past, I think, is a little bit better. I'll still go with Captain America.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, we have seen Captain America fight for before they fought in the Avengers briefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just because both of these have made the championship, I think it's fitting if a 2011 movie can move on. So I'm going to go Captain America.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, let's see that Phase 1 matchup. Let's go Captain America.
Yeah, let's go with Captain America.
All right,
Nice.
Captain America. All right. Okay. Yeah, we bought a zoo and Crazy Stupid. Steven.
Me first.
Oh, we bought his zoo.
Oh, Steven, sorry, I didn't hear when I was sneezing. Yeah.
Malcolm.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Crazy Stupid Love.
And I'll also go Crazy Stupid Love.
And I would have gone with Weeball Zoo.
All right. Well,
Crazy
Crazy
Stupid
Stupid
Love.
Love.
And we got Sherlock Holmes and Bridesmaids. Malcolm.
I love Bridesmaids, but I like Sherlock Holmes a little bit more. So Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Austin.
Sherlock Holmes at least has a little bit of Rachel McAdams, who might be one of the cutest women in Hollywood. So I'll say Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. Yeah, I concur. I'm a big Rachel McAdams fan, but I'll go Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Wolf.
Yeah, it's between like her and Rachel McAdams is like the between Rachel McAdams and Natalie Portman is like the it's like the cutest girl in Hollywood. But yeah, I'm definitely going.
And Margot Robbie, don't forget about her.
Oh yeah, and Margot Robbie too. But yeah, I'm definitely going Sherlock Holmes here.
Yeah. Steven.
And I'll go with Bridesmaids.
You'd actually like I can name a lot of actors. Alexandra Daddario is going to be at a Comic-Con near me that I really want to go to and meet her. Just for the fact that she's hot, no other reason.
And Jen Ortega is on that list for me too. She would be one.
Yeah.
So it's Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah.
4-1. Yeah. All right, other side. Okay, we got The Help and Red State. Me first. I'm gonna go Red State.
I think this time I got to go The Help. So, Wolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Help.
I'm Steven.
The Help.
Yeah. Malcolm.
The Help.
Yeah.
All right. And down to Insidious and
Wolf of Wall Street.
Jordan.
Oh man, this is like one of the hardest matchups for me. Just because I think I can see where it's going. I'll vote Insidious. Wolf.
Yeah, the Wolfman would be a fool not to vote for Wolf of Wall Street. So,
Yeah. Steven.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I don't love it quite as much as you guys do, but it's still definitely the better movie here.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Wolf of Wall Street's won a tournament. I'm going Insidious.
Yeah. Yeah. Austin.
And I'm gonna do Jordan a favor and say Insidious.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Well, we'll see.
I have another best friend.
And it's already on the tournament, so I'm gonna at least give him a favor. Now, I can't promise you, Jordan, I'm gonna vote it all the way to the winner here, but
Yeah, because
I'll at least give you one more round and give it a shot. So we'll see.
Wolf of Wall Street's still going to be in the championship. So.
Yeah. So again, I can't promise I'll vote Insidious all the way to the end, but we'll see. Because I don't love it as much as you do. I think it's good. But...
Or could you promise that?
No, probably not. We'll see. Wolf, you got Ghost Protocol, Midnight in Paris.
Oh man, as much as I love Midnight in Paris, it's no Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. That film is fantastic. So Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
Yep. Ghost Protocol, easy.
Yeah. Steven?
Ghost Protocol.
Malcolm?
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Ghost Protocol. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ghost
All right,
Protocol.
Sweep it. All right. There you go. We got down here Warrior.
Oh yeah.
And Final Fantasy 65. All right.
Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, it should be. Steven.
Oh, I'm first.
Yeah.
I guess it's gotta be. I guess I gotta go with Warrior.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 5, but Warrior's my number one out of the movies we had in this list. So Warrior.
Yeah. Austin.
Final Destination 5.
Oh yeah, this is tough, but because Final Destination 5, like It's between that and the original for what I like the best. Well, the second one's good too. They're all like those.
They're all
three
good
are
except for the fourth one.
toss-up. Yeah, yeah. But I gotta go with Warrior. It's just one movie that stands alone. So yeah, Warrior.
I mean, I still thought the fourth one was okay.
No, I don't think it's okay. Go rewatch it. It's not good.
Did,
Yeah, the fourth one is the only one that's not good. I enjoy every single other film in the franchise. It's
Yeah,
not-
same,
Yeah.
for sure.
did Wolfman vote?
Not yet.
no, not yet. So, man, as much as I love Final Destination 5, I own the entire DVD set. I might rewatch it again tonight because I love Final Destination 5 a lot. But Warrior is my second. Actually, like, it's the second best movie of that year, but it's like maybe my favorite movie of that year because I watched it the most of 2011, and it just like it had such an emotional impact on me. So, yeah, Warrior for me definitely. It's like right behind Drive. I think is like maybe the best movie of 2011 or right around there. Yeah.
So, what happens in Final Destination 4? Because I remember the main set piece of every other Final Destination. But what
Well,
is
The opening is the stupid like NASCAR race and
the
then
NASCAR
like
one.
yeah, it's really bad effects. Like go watch it. Really
Yeah.
bad CGI, like horrendous CGI.
Oh, yeah. That one
Like
is
go
bad.
watch The Flash and then go watch the Final Destination. Tell me The Flash doesn't have better CGI.
Well,
Like,
except
wait,
for the babies.
well,
Yeah.
he's into the distorted. And we'll get into another thing. But anyways,
The Flash, has
way better effects.
multiple
But anyways,
sceing of bad CGI. But yeah.
We'll talk about it later. Malcolm, here's our Phase 1 match: Thor and Captain America.
I'm gonna go for.
Okay, I'll go Captain America.
I'll go Captain America. Wolf.
Yeah, I'll go Captain America as well.
Steven.
Captain America was directed by Joe Johnson, and it has a very Rocketeer feel to it. So I'm going with Captain America.
Yeah. Actually does, yeah.
Let's give Adolf a good sock in the jaw.
Yeah, right.
All right. We're down to Crazy Stupid Love and Sherlock Holmes 2. All right. Me, I'll go Crazy Stupid Love.
I think I'll also go Crazy Stupid Love. Wolf.
I'll go Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Steven.
I'll go with Sherlock Holmes because the final showdown between Sherlock and Moriarty was unique and kind of cool.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm gonna go Crazy Stupid Love.
All right. Crazy Stupid Love. 3-2.
But that's still as great as it was. That goes nowhere near close to the final showdown between them and the show. The show final. Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Goodness, that's intense. That final showdown. Yeah.
All right.
That's a big build up though to that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Insidious in the Help. Jordan.
Insidious. Yeah. Wolf.
I'll say The Help.
Steven.
The Help.
Malcolm.
The Help.
And Austin.
I would have helped you out with Insidious, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Not my fault this time.
Yeah, no, it's not. Can't blame you.
Ghost Protocol and Warrior. Wolf.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is like the hard. This is maybe the hardest
one of the tournament so far. Yeah,
hardest one in the tournament so far. But
man,
but like I said, Warrior is to me. It goes back and forth as like the best movie of the year of 2011 for me. So I gotta go Warrior here. But I love Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol a lot. But Warrior is just maybe up there as like possibly the greatest sports drama.
Yeah.
So
I'm Steven.
It would have been cool to see Ghost Protocol go up against Skyfall or something.
I think we've had that match before, actually. Yeah.
But in this case, I'll give this. It's close. I'll give the slight edge to Warrior.
It would have been cool if like Rogue Nation or something made it to go up against it. But Malcolm.
I'm gonna go Warrior.
Yeah. Austin?
I would have gone Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, like as much as I love Warrior, oh man, like they should both be in the final four, but I'm gotta give it to Ghost Protocol.
All All right, Warrior wins.
Hey, Ghost Protocol could still win. I mean, it's in the championship. You never
Yeah.
know.
It's all about the matchups.
All right, Captain America and Crazy Stupid Love. Steven?
Captain America.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Just by here, Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll go Captain America.
Yep. Oh, Captain, my Captain America. Wolf.
Yeah, Captain America.
All right. Captain America.
And 4th of July is coming. It's a good movie to watch for 4th of July.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Very.
No, Team America World Police. That's a good.
Oh yeah, that
Fourth
that
of
is
July.
true.
No, the
Yeah.
correct answer is always Jaws, but whatever. All right.
Warrior versus The Help.
Yeah. All right. Malcolm.
Warrior.
Yeah. Austin.
It's more of a strategic pick than anything. The Help.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go Warrior. Wolf.
Strategic or not, The Help. I mean, it was fantastic. It was in maybe the top 15 best movies that year, maybe top 10 even. I have to make a list to know, but yeah, my Warrior's just too incredible. It's Warrior for me.
Yeah. Steven.
Another close one, but I'm going with Warrior.
All right.
Yeah.
Warrior versus Captain America. The finals.
Oof.
Man, speaking of like 4th of July, like I was looking at like movies with like America or American in the title. You can almost do a whole tournament.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
America, the motion picture.
Hey,
Yeah,
that might actually be a good idea for a tournament. to
American
do
Gangster, all the American Pies, American
American Hustle, like yeah.
American Psycho.
I love the American president.
Well,
Yeah,
if
the
you
American
include
president.
anything that says U.S. or USA as well, U.S. Marshals,
American Buffalo with Dustin Hoffman. Yeah.
American Graffiti. It's like all of them.
All right.
America's Sweethearts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm up first. Captain America versus Warrior. I'm going to take Captain America.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, this is tough, but I think Warrior's just so damn good. So, Warrior.
Take your time.
Wolf.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. But no, for just so because Drive won the last tournament.
Take your time for Steven.
Drive won the last tournament, and then if this wins this tournament, then that means the two best movies of 2011 have won the two 2011 tournaments so far.
But you know what?
No.
I'm most tempted to like switch my vote because I think that Warriors 1-1. Maybe that's what Austin's doing. I don't know.
So he never tells us these things. So
Because
he doesn't.
I feel like he would like Warrior more, but
Yeah, and also because he voted The Help over Warrior. That makes you wonder.
you know what? Let's go Captain America. I'm changing my vote.
Okay. Well, I as much as I want to, I can't go against Warrior. Warrior's just it's about the quality here for me. This Warrior just stands above the
Yeah.
rest.
Steven.
Well, Steven?
Yeah, I guess I gotta go with Warrior.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I've also got to go hands down Warrior.
Mm.
All right. Warrior wins.
All right.
Is it a two-time winner now?
And the Warrior is now a two-time winner.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
That's what I
Could've
was
got a
trying to
unique one.
avoid. I was
You
trying to
should've.
get Ghost Protocol
Yeah.
or Captain America or something like that.
Yeah.
You guys,
Oh, you just
you
couldn't be with
guys,
us.
just,
Even
you
after
know,
I
Usually-
I
spelled
thought
it out
Malcolm
for you.
would've- I thought Malcolm would have known that because it won one of Malcolm's 128 tournaments.
But
So,
I mean, usually I'm in agreement with you, but Warrior's just on another level of quality for me that I couldn't do it this
It
time.
is, yeah.
I would have been fine with Captain America winning, but Warrior is the better
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, Warrior. Two-time winner. I mean, maybe someday in like a few years we'll get to like an entire tournament of two-time winners.
that would be a long time because that's
Yeah.
right now I multiple as far as multiple winners. I won't tell you which ones, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I've got 12 movies that have won multiple times.
Yeah.
Who won supporting actor that year? Because I think, to me personally, I think
it was Christopher Plummer in that stupid movie. And
Could have been Nick Nolte.
Yeah, I think Nick. If you look at Nick Nolte's performance, like that is
Yeah.
phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
that's-
I'm going to head off. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you want to plug anything real quick?
You can find me on Take Free on Rankin on Sunday. I do trivia all over the place, but yeah, see.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we'll see you, Malcolm. I think the dogs were getting way too unruly or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do the rest of our plugs and that'll do it. Not too crazy long.
That's fine. Now that Warrior won that one, we can get Ghost Protocol to win the championship. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody in agreement? Sounds good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm in agreement with that one. Yeah. Not in agreement with everything, but that one I can get behind. But
even though the master should, but that's another.
Not for 2011. Nope.
No, not for 2011.
Yeah.
Nope. Wouldn't vote it for 2011. Nope. 2011. For these tournaments, I try to get one that's actually came out that year. That's what I try.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense.
You get it to the Elite Eight,
because otherwise you have the goofy shit where it's like the
It'll be there
2015
again
tournament and the winner is Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Because
Didn't that happen before? That happened, right?
Well, because we started injecting 2022 movies into the 2015 tournament, and then Top Gun Maverick won it. So it's really weird when I go, oh, Top Gun. So when we get to our 128 tournament, when we eventually get there, I'll be like, because I'll run down all the ones, what everything won basically, unless there are multiple winners. I'll be like, all right, Top Gun Maverick, the winner of the 2015 tournament.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
It'd be awesome. If you know me, I love like just random stuff. The more random, the better in my life. So, but yeah, we'll do some plugs real quick. So we'll start with Wolf. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Mega Movies. Speaking of Mission Impossible, we just did our Mission Impossible 3 review yesterday. And we are doing our Mission Impossible review series leading up to Dead Reckoning. So every week, usually on Sundays, but we had to make an exception this time because of Father's Day and stuff. But yeah, that'll be on there. Austin and I, we do our drinking game every month, and we're gonna do the room this month, so we have to find a day to do that one.
Get your plastic spoons ready to throw.
Yeah, and I think we can actually put that one up on screen as well. We just have to cut back to just us during the sex scenes.
Yeah.
Because there's Tommy Wiseau ass all over those sex scenes. And there's sex with a belly button in that scene. He's way off in this position.
But then speaking of Paul Thomas Anderson, on his birthday on the 26th, I'll be doing like a deep dive into his career and like ranking videos. That's like for like a new monthly series I'm starting. So yeah,
hey, Wolf, don't have me on that episode. I don't like that guy. But that's cool that you like him and you're doing it. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be really fun for me and some of the other Paul Thomas Anderson stands.
Yeah. Maybe I'll like watch it and like see if there's one and maybe I can pull from there that I might like. They do like Boogie Nights.
I was gonna say Boogie Nights is the most mainstream one that feels more like a Scorsese movie, kind of, that works in that fashion. So
I like Punch Drunk Love.
And I feel like Licorice Pizza shares the same kind of Boogie Nights.
No, Licorice Pizza sucks. I hate that movie. I can't.
I don't hate Licorice Pizza, but I definitely think I don't think it's one of his better movies for sure.
And Inherent Vice is one of the worst pieces of shit.
Oh yeah, I cannot watch that.
That movie is fucking horrendous. I can't.
I would even vote for The Master over Inherent Vice.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what he was thinking with that movie. That movie's bad.
Yeah.
The only movie of his I didn't like is Phantom Thread.
Oh, I love Phantom Thread. That one's
It's okay, but the best thing about it is Daniel Day-Lewis is a savage with his insults in that movie. It's pretty damn funny, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one is one of my favorites from him. Like the more I rewatch it, the more it grows. I mean, the score in that from Johnny Greenwood, it's fantastic. So
nice.
Yeah.
But anything else, Wolf? Is that it?
Well, real quick, speaking of Inherent Vice and The Master, I'm curious to know what your thoughts on Beau is Afraid, because I heard that you watched it recently, Jordan.
Well, actually, I haven't watched it yet. I have it
Oh,
downloaded
I've
and
seen it,
like
though.
ready to
Yeah.
watch, but I want to watch it on like where I can sit down and like on like a proper TV and watch it, not from my phone.
I already
So-
told Jordan he's gonna hate it. I already told
Yeah.
him he's gonna hate it.
But I still want to watch it because
I-
I like
here's the
random stuff.
I
like
don't
alcohol.
think you'll hate the first hour. The first hour is awesome.
Yeah.
First hour is fucking anarchy and it's amazing. But then
Nice.
like it gets off into some weird shit and that's where
I
it'll
love
lose you.
anarchy. So,
But it'll
yeah,
lose you in the
I'm
second
down.
hour. It'll lose you in the second hour, I promise.
Okay.
So, yeah. Enjoy the first hour while you can until he gets to Nathan Lane's house.
Yeah. Well, Steven, where can we find you?
Letterboxd at Shepard 82. I'm not sure which one because I don't think I'm going to be able to be on Friday night, so I don't know which one is the next one I'm supposed to be on, but I'll be around soon.
I'll have to do a search for it and see if I can find where I have it. I have you on not that one. Oh, well, we never confirmed it, but I wanted to have you on for our best Star Trek characters at least.
Yeah, that's the one that's one of the ones I said that I'd love to do.
Yeah, so we'll love you there, and then I have you on for best movies with one word titles. We're starting a series, and the Battle of the Toms, Tom Hanks versus Tom Cruise. So yeah, but
which we'll see Ghost Protocol again.
Yeah,
along with the
Nice.
other Mission Impossible movies. So yeah.
Yeah, but Austin, where can we find you?
What do I got going on? Stuff. I don't know. I'll be on Battleground Casual Saturday night talking on TMG Entertainment, talking to Flash.
Nice.
Let's see. I don't know. Got my Battleground title matches up with me and Amaru Moses on TMG Entertainment. If you want to check that out. Other than that, I'll be around here. Pretty much through the next week or two. So yeah, not much else going on right now. I've taped some other stuff with Moose and things, but yeah, nothing's come out yet. So yeah.
Well, cool. As always, you can find us. All our information is down in the description, but just search for Movie Hero 2121 on any of the social medias and that or Jordan 83616 because I do both of those on Twitter and Instagram. And then we run the Schmoed on Friends and Family group. So if you have anything you want to promote, if you have a YouTube channel or any kind of project you're working on, you can post over there to your heart's content, and we'll share it out. We'll tell people to subscribe. We'll help you get some attention to you, whatever you're working on. And we're not going to have pull with the Elite Eight. We're going to save it for Friday when we do the championship, and whatever ends up in the Elite Eight on Friday, that we'll do a poll for that one. So you can watch for that. And then we do have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/moviehero, we are getting ready to do a podcast soon. We haven't set an actual date yet, but for actors and actresses we can't stand, so that'll be one going up there. And then eventually we'll get around to, we want to do one about our favorite sketch comedy shows, and then we want to do a draft that's going to be an animated movie draft after we wrap up some animation stuff we have going on the channel. So just watch for that. And then I decided that going forward, if you want to see a preview of what we have coming up on the channel, you either have to listen for a quick one at the end of these shows, or you have to be a Patreon member. I'm not going to post it on a social media for everyone to just see it out there, because I'm kind of moving over to where I kind of have some, like, mostly regulars I'm going to have on these shows, but that's not to say that that's going to be only regulars. We are also going to open it up to like some new people, some other people that have been on from time to time. It just may not be as much of those people, but it'll still happen. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. And then we're also doing trivia this Sunday that Austin will be a part of. He'll be on that. So it'll be the Seen and Heard movie trivia. So it's our twice monthly trivia where it's questions based on clips from movies and clips from movie scores and soundtracks. So if you want to be on that, it's open to anyone who wants to play, you can just DM me, and I'll do my best to get you on there. And then also, what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. So we already talked about our championship for 2011 on Friday. Then on this upcoming Monday, we're doing it on Monday because some of the schedules of our crew. But we have kind of we're doing a big geek tournament, or no, geek series, is what I should say, because we're doing 8 different tournaments based on a whole bunch of different geek categories. And our first one's going to be best Star Wars characters. And we're going to have a couple first timers on there. We're going to have some big Star Wars fans from the community. But I wanted to give more of like the fans from the community that are big Star Wars fans versus just like the people who are like in the Schmodown Star Wars League. We do have one person. We're going to have Maria Wilson to be our a person to represent the Schmodown Star Wars League, but then we'll have some other people from the community on that one. And then we're doing our best animated movies of all time tier ranker. That's coming up a week from Friday, and that's going to be a tough one because it's our like top from every decade of animated movies in one tier ranker. Then we're going to be doing some geography episodes. It's going to be best movies with the city in the title and best movies with the state in the title. So we got those. We get into our best movies of 2010 actually earlier in July, so that'll be starting July 10th. So that'll come up soon. And then we have best vacation movies, so just movies where people are on vacation for the summertime. And then our second in the best geek characters series will be best Star Trek characters. So we'll have those. And then we're also going to have another movie hero mystery tournament. We already did one. We're going to spin the wheel 64 more times and then see what movies pop up out of all of our favorites movies. Everyone who's on the channel on a regular basis, all of our favorite movies, and we'll be doing a tournament. And then I'll just throw in best movies with one word titles. It's going to be our next decade series. I've already started to put that together, and there is a lot, and I got to figure out how we're going to break that down even more because we're going to have to. But yeah, we'll talk off air about that. But and then we have our Tom Hanks versus Tom Cruise, the Battle of the Toms. And then I'll just throw out that I scheduled our best animated movies championship tournament where we're going to take every single top 10 from our animated decade series plus the 3 honorable mentions, and then everyone was kind of enough to let me throw my personal favorite Mulan in there to round out 64, and we're going to be doing a single tournament of all of those movies on August 4th. So that'll be what we have coming up. There's a little kind of extended preview of what we have, and yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Though that was fun, guys. Thanks again, and yeah, that'll be it. So for Wolfman, for Steven, for Austin, for Malcolm, for Chris Scott, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time. Where'd it go? It just went away.